Hey guys, welcome back to some more looking at Nurgle with our eyeball. We've been yeah, this has been a pretty successful stream so far. We've done a few like series. We've done like 4 or 5 episodes now. People still seem to be kind of interested, so you know, we'll keep going for at least another episode. We're just doing a bit of busy work, just farming, you know, every single Rift army on the map as we do. When it gets to be around turn 33 in our campaigns, it's time to sort of, you know, mow the lawn, as it were. Just cruise around the whole map, just kill in all of those demon armies. So it only goes for 1 turn. Just kill like every demon army in 1 turn, but it's a long turn. So this turn's been going for like half of last stream, and it'll go for the first probably hour of this stream as well, so that's alright. Gives me a chance to like get into the game and just chill without without making any critical errors early on. Oh yeah, we've got to put this unit of Nurgling out the front, because they're our sort of ablative armor Nurglings. We've got two soul grinders, so 2 brand new soul grinders. We already lost 1. I had 3, but I let 1 die. But now we've leveled up all of our cultists. Just this 1 turn we've leveled up. Like this guy was level 6, I think, to start off with, and now he's like level 23 or something. So you know, refarming is good for the levels. How you play this? No matter how hard I try, I can't play this slow, fat, disgusting bunch of faction. Oh well, Benji, that's what this stream's all about. Just having another look at Nurgle, you know, seeing what's cool about them, seeing what units are strong, seeing, you know, strong magic, and yeah, Nurgle got like the strongest healing in the game. You know, with this spell here, Fleshy Abundance. We got some pretty good damage abilities too. Blight Boil is a really good AoE. It's super slow though. You got to cast on stationary units. Super slow, but yeah. And even Stream of Corruption, like I can't really come around to this because it's super cheap. Like it only costs 4 normally, and it costs only 6 overcasted. But when you cast it overcasted, it does 100% armor piercing damage. You know, so it's pretty. Oh shit! Didn't mean to cast that. So it's pretty, I don't know, pretty efficient, you know. Oh yeah, we want to start popping out some summons so we can use these guys to kind of absorb most of the damage that we're about to take. I'll start drilling the Lord, because those Lords can really do some damage in melee. You let them get away from you. We'll start with actual drop some great and clean ones on top of their Lord as well. These heralds are really good in melee, but great and clean ones are pretty merciless as well. And we'll drop some more magic on them as well. Locus of Fecundity I got just to make the healing a little bit easier, so I don't need to put as many heals. I do like the Locus of Contagion just to deal with any melee that get close. Something actually close to him. But yeah, so like this isn't really good on these guys because they don't have any armor anyway. But if they did have armor, you know, it would still be 100% effective on them, and that's pretty good for like 6 wins, you know, like gone through and done like 20% damage to all those guys. And it's just like a kind of a useful spell that you can cast. We'll just keep working on this Lord as well. I'm just trying to keep our Nurglings a bit healthy. Got the 3 great and clean ones tagged in the Lord. Nice. We'll drop a big heal since we've got enough wins. 1 more point. There we go. Make sure we don't lose anyone else. And yeah. Yeah, Nurgle is so boring and slow for me as well. I'm loving the mad content. Oh, no worries, Andy Warren. I think that we're about to build some really exciting stacks because, like, so if you get these cultists, right, you put them on a horse and they become like super fast. Their speed is like 78 speed, right? And then if you build a stack with like a bunch of soul grinders have got 75 speed. So you got soul grinders fast, cultists fast, and these guys are you know, mobile, really good in melee, cannons, you know. And then these guys are like zooming around, and you can just pop down and, you know, plague bearers wherever you want. And then you have a couple of plague ridden in there for some spell power, and have a herald in charge of the army. Probably don't use great and clean ones. Yeah, just have a herald or a herald for casting in front of charge of the army, and then, you know, they get this like fast, dynamic, powerful army. So yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know. I think they're pretty cool. Like, yeah, soul grinder stacks. I think soul grinder stacks are pretty cool. Which will do away with that feeling of being slow for Nurgle, if that's like the problem. But early game, you know, that's, you're obviously not going to build soul grinder stacks super early, but you can get them you can start popping them out by turn 30. So I'm on turn 33, I think, right now, and I've got 3 soul grinders. Well, I had 3 soul grinders. I got 1 killed, embarrassingly. But yeah, they're pretty. You know, yeah, you have like some plague ridden heroes on rot flies. They're zooming around really fast. Herald and rot flies zooming around really fast. A couple of cultists to drop summons, and just get a bunch of soul grinders that are really fast. And then you'll have like a fast Doomstack. I think that'll be pretty enjoyable for most people. But for Kugath, I'm actually thinking about going the other way. I've sort of half done it now, but like the thing with Kugath is these Nurglings being like super good at just absorbing punishment. But when you don't have enough, like there's not enough of them. Like I need another like 4, maybe like 4 or 5 more of them to make this like big blob of Nurglings that just never dies. You know, when you get down, I've only got 7, and it just doesn't seem to be quite enough. So yeah, so I'm thinking of like yeah, maybe like get rid of 3 of these plague-ridden heroes, get rid of 1 of the 1 cultist, maybe get rid of the Beast of Nurgle as well, though I do really like the Beast of Nurgle, just to get that blob more effective. I thought I would not like Nurgle, but his mechanics are badass. I think it was one of the easiest factions. Yeah, I feel like yeah, it depends on your vibe, I guess. I feel like if you like vampire counts with skeleton, skelly blob, you know, then it's kind of close to the same sort of mechanic, same sort of vibe. Speedy Nurgle boys, exactly. Soul grinders plus 4 mammoths or shaggers plus an anti-large sounds like it'd be strong. Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, unfortunately with Nurgle you can't go super tall. Like you need to take over trade resources to give you the extra your extra hero capacity. So it's like some factions work quite well with just staying super small. But yeah, like for Slaanesh you don't really need any settlements. You can just build cults everywhere and just have heaps of and heaps of heroes. But yeah, but with Nurgle, you know, you need to build a certain amount of settlements so that you can at least conquer settlements that have trade goods. And so yeah, so it's just basically done like just farming like every single rift on turn 43. Oh yeah, 43 it is, not 33. Got mixed up. And yeah, I think we're about 2/3 of the way there, so we've probably got another like, excuse me, probably like another 6 or 8 rifts left to go. Some of them don't have any units on them, so if you zoom in, if you get that symbol and you mouse over it, it means there's no army on top of it. Thanks Tzeentch Bias for that little tip. Whereas if you get a red X, meaning that you can't move to that point, then you know there is an army on top of it. So we can sort of save some money. It only costs 1,000 to just transfer there and check it out yourself. But yeah, it just saves you a bit of money. Just check all these. Yeah, they're all good. And we'll just keep going this way. Oh, there's one. Ah, okay, here we go. So this one's got an army on it. So we'll go and check that out. There's one there, another army there. So yeah, if anyone hasn't seen the rift farming video, basically just explains that you can traverse around these rifts. You lose your movement when you traverse around the rifts, but since the armies spawn exactly on top of the rift, you can still attack them even with no movement. And that happens when this timer gets down to 10, and then again when this timer gets down to 5. There's like 2 sets of rift armies that will spawn. But they don't seem to be on every, like, it seems like not every single rift will have them on there. Or maybe the AI like attacks them and they move off and stuff like that before you get a chance to attack them sometimes. But yeah, most rifts should have an army on it. Oh wow, this is an interesting one. Like a lot of rot flies. Yeah, normally you need an army that can just take no damage, but Nurgle's kind of cool because they've got instant global recruitment, so they can just you know, if they take a bit of damage with their Nurglings, as long as it's just Nurglings, you can just keep hiring more. It's pretty cool. If you spend the last 5 turns doing rift farming, you can drop plagues in 5 wildly different locations with plague cultists for them monies. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. And you're attacking all this for XP? Yeah, XP, money, magic items. But yeah, the XP is probably the big one. Like we already did the Slaanesh realm this turn and got 100,000 from Slaanesh. So we're not like hard up for cash anyway. But then I spent about, because I had so much money, I spent about 20,000 of that I think on you know, upgrading my buildings and stuff like that. And then yeah, and then we just get back a bit of that money and get you probably get about 3,000. Yeah, you probably get about 3,000 to 5,000 gold per rift, depending on which faction it is. If you take the money, but you know, if you have a faction like Nurgle, you probably want to take replenishment. Whereas if you had a faction like Kislev, you know, with Patriarch Doomstacks, you just heal yourself, so you don't need to ever take replenishment. You can take the money option after battle. But yeah, it's different factions can do it to a different degree. Like it just depends whether you can build a Doomstack that takes 0 damage from battles, like by turn 40. Yeah, you can, if you use saved heroes, you can do it with Kislev, or at least to a degree.
Cultist moving! Cleanliness is blasphemy! Disease is a boon!
Might just pop these out early over here just to slow down their main blob so we can deal with these rot flies before the line gets there. Oh, I think
Praise the Fly Lord. The Earth-Father's blessing. The Plague-Father's decree.
I'm not sure the best magic to kill these rot flies is. Like, they're not very. It's like fighting them is not super effective because they got like a small entity count. Like a lot of magic doesn't work too well on units that have really low amount of entities, and the rot flies are like extremely low entities, you know. So yeah, it's like almost, you know, like something like Spirit Leech, which is, you know, usually just used on single entities. Like I almost feel like that's gonna be fairly good against things like the rot flies, you know. But I'm not sure. Probably Fate of Buna, I guess, would be the thing, like something like that. I don't know. I don't really like Fate of Buna. It's good. It's good against cavalry, I think, but oh yeah, we've got the infinite magic thing going on these guys as well, because all of these guys have got arcane conduit. So whenever one of these death casters casts a spell, we basically like get back more wins than we spend. When we get to 0, like if this gets down to 0, then basically get more reserves back than we spend when we use magic. So it's pretty cool. But it doesn't really help you get wins back faster in that. Like it's not really about like, yeah. I mean, if you want to use maximum wins, you just sit there at the start of the battle and just get all your wins up. Check the heal down. These guys too. Get a couple of great unclean ones to do with their lord. I feel like the great unclean ones are pretty good at killing single entities. Big fat boys, they look cool as well. I like the great unclean ones. I don't know if I would recruit them, but like just summoning them is like they're pretty cool. Let's get in there and like go to town on this dude. Oh no, I haven't seen that animation before. Are you serious? Oh my god, he just turned around and diarrheaed on him. That's oh, that's hectic. I don't know about that. Oh dear. Alright, I'm sorry, I didn't know that he was going to do that. I wouldn't have zoomed in. I wouldn't have zoomed in I'll just drop another AoE heal so we can make sure we're not going to take too many casualties. Do another AoE heal. AoE damage. Yeah. Spirit Leech is good against artillery like mortars. Yeah. Low entity count. I use Purple Sun a lot. Not so much Fate of Buna. Yeah, Purple Sun's pretty cool. Although I feel like it just, because it wanders off, like, I haven't really had a really good Purple Sun yet where it actually just, like, moves around randomly and stays on enemy units, you know? I always get one where it just, like, I put it right in the middle of their excellent blob and then it just immediately moves off, so it only does, like, a little bit of damage. But it's still good damage, but it's not, you know, I haven't really had, like, the best one, the best caster you could get kind of thing. Yeah, see, there's, like, so we got, like, 3.5k money just from the fight, and then we could have got another 1800, but, you know, I kind of want to take the replenishment and just get those, like, one Nurglings here and there. Moving vortexes feel so much worse now. Yeah, I haven't really played around too much with Firestorm. Is Firestorm still okay? I know Burning Heads, Burning Heads seems really bad now. Okay, so let me get this guy in. Not really. Yeah. Damn it. Yeah, I'm trying to heal these 2 units, but yeah, I need to lose a couple more units on this for it to work. Oh well, alas. Alright, and then the other one we want to go to... There? Yep. What did we get? Make them rot. No, we're not at war with him, so yeah. I don't think we'd be able to move that far anyway, so that's alright. Pendulum is awesome. Yeah, Pendulum is awesome. Man, I want to play Slaanesh again now. Who else gets Pendulum? Oh, does Tzeentch get Pendulum? I think I'm planning on playing Tzeentch next. I want to try out the Tzeentch Beastman thing. But yeah, Tzeentch gets Pendulum, don't they? What's the other healing spell? Because I noticed that Kairos, sorry, so everyone's giving me shit for my stupid Australian pronunciation of Kairos. Just Kairos gets it. Oh, okay. Infernal Gateway of Tzeentch is very good. Oh, okay, cool. I was gonna say as well, because Kairos gets he gets like healing, he gets the healing passive, Life Bloom, but he doesn't. I don't think he gets Earth Blood, but he gets like the other big heal. So yeah, I don't know how good that would be for general healing, but yeah, I don't know. Is it because he like if you give Kairos, if you give Kairos like multiple points in those spell lines, like you know how he has those spell lines and you put points in, you get the item to change his, you know, magic type or whatever. Does he still keep the passives? Like he always has the passives, right? Yeah, it just like that just changes the spells. Is that when you equip the different items? Is that right, or do you get the passives as well? Like, does it change? Yeah. How does anyone know how it works? Like, do you get like you don't get all of the spells, do you? Like, if you put a point in the life, if you put 2 points in the life and 2 points in the death, like you don't get the life and the death spells. It's just like there's an item that you have to equip, and then whichever one you equip, you get. Yeah, so give him Beast, Fire, Life, Death, and maybe Shadow. You mean 2 points per fragment to get the passives? Yeah, yeah, but you get the passives all the time, right? But you only get the spells depending on which item you've got equipped. Is that right? Item turn spells. Yeah, he keeps passives, item turn spells. Okay, cool, cool. That's right. So, because you don't really want, like, Death is kind of crap, right? Like, the Death magic's not that good. But the Death passive is the one that gives you the infinite magic. So you take the you put the 2 points in Death, get the infinite magic. Put 2 points in Life, get the healing, and then just cast, you know, no, what would you do? Cast Shadow, I guess. Yeah, cast Shadow. Use Pendulum as your primary damaging spell. And that way you're healing everybody and getting infinite wins back and stuff as well. Yeah, it sounds pretty fun. I think, yeah, I have to read through. Thanks a lot for all the people that posted up, because I put up I basically asked people to like kind of post up what their ideas for best kind of Kairos campaign was, like what items, what units are cool, what's good to do strategically, you know, that sort of stuff. So yeah, I think I'm getting the vibe that a big draw for Chaos, like, so like when I'm going to play a faction, like that's kind of what I want to know, like what's the big draw for this faction, like what's the cool thing that makes me want to play them, you know? And yeah, I get the vibe that for Tzeentch, like one of the big draws is just having that like one-man Doomstack of Kairos, just laying down infinite spells and just flying around, dropping bombs everywhere and stuff. You know, just being like a super powerful caster. So yeah, if I think I want to try that out myself. Trying to minimize the damage to our actual stack by dropping some bombs. We'll put some Legacy Contagion just to help out with that. Where's that Herald gone? Oh, it's just. We'll, actually, let's drop some Great Unclaimed ones on her. Do double cast. You can select all three of these at once and cast the summons, and then they'll just drop all three at the same time. Pretty cool. They'll smash her actually. We probably don't even need to cast any spells. I'll drop another Legacy of Contagion. See anything that's in the blob here is getting damaged. Probably Legacy of Fecundity just does a little heal in the area. I can drop down some Purple Suns for fun. Light Boil, like, yeah, it's really slow. Like, I don't know if these units will still be standing there by the time it goes off, but just keep that Legacy Contagion going. Getting a little heal. Oh yeah, we've got all these debuffs and stuff as well we could pop down. I don't know if we need them. We'll work with them. Oh, the main. Oh man, I think we lost that unit. Oh well. Hey, Robert War, how you going, man? Welcome, welcome. What have you been up to? You've been doing some multiplayer streaming? I didn't, yeah, I didn't check who was on before I started. Dash says Chaos Knights on discs and magic. Yeah, I went some Chaos Knights on discs. Chaos Knights on discs, they've got low entity count, right? So they'd be pretty healable with passive, wouldn't they? Because I feel like that'd be pretty cool. Because you like send your like Chaos Knights in, like do some hit and run. You know, if you micro them a bit, do a bit of damage, and then they, you know, they take most damage on the shields. If they take a little bit of damage on top of that, they probably don't lose in the entities. And then Kairos is just like spamming out the spells with the life bloom passive, just slowly ticking up their health again. So, you know, if you like keep like cycle charging them and stuff, then you probably just like never really take any damage. I feel like that sounds pretty hot. I don't know if we're actually going to get 2%. Should give us 1 more entity on each of those. I don't know if it's actually worth it. I probably should just take the money. Tis a duck. Tis a duck indeed. Tis. Yeah, I'm kind of getting excited. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really got into Tzeentch, so I don't really have any like emotional connection to it. You know what I mean? Like I've played Nurgle like a bunch of times now. This is probably like my 5th or 6th Nurgle campaign already. Yeah, I love Nurgle. They're pretty cool. Like I just get into it. You know, they're just big green, smelly tanks. You know, that just never die. But I don't really have that with Tzeentch. You know, so I'm like a bit. I don't know. I want to get below. Oh man, I need to do some maths. Alright, let's see if we go the big one first. We've got 40. So I need to get under 23. No, I don't know. I think I just... No, I don't think we're going to make it. Fuck it. I can't get these 2 healed. I can't get this extra stack down low enough. Ah well, we'll figure it out. I think the money would be better, especially if you're a Nurgle hiring strat. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Actually, if we is there any plagues that we need? What do we got? Infections, plague duration, money. What do we need here? We need... Oh, we can get free Plague Bearer summon and Vanguard deployment. We don't really need Vanguard deployment right now. Yeah, I don't know. We really want just want the 250% sack income and the 20% physical resistance, but we don't really need either of those right now. The physical resistance help a little bit against the mortal enemies, but like I don't think the mortal enemies are really doing much damage to us. We're not really taking much damage anyway. Yeah, that'll. Yeah, I mean that'll do. I guess. I don't know. I guess we'll just put plague duration. That gives us 1 more unit of Nurglings. And then I feel like there should be some more. Go in that. Yeah, there's one. So yeah, just for anyone who missed it before, we're just mousing over them on the campaign map. If you get a little X, like that X there, that means you can't move there. If you mouse over this, you get an X on the campaign map, not in the Traverse Rifts interface, but in the normal campaign map. If you mouse over it and you get an X, that means that there's an army camped on top of it. So you can kind of like save a little bit of money instead of like teleporting to every single map to scout them out, you know. Yeah, Nurgle's pretty good. Nurgle armies are probably the easiest because they're so slow. You can just kind of like sit back and chill and they don't do much damage. We can out heal them. Khorne armies are pretty good. Again, we can sort of just out heal most of their damage. But yeah, Slaanesh armies are, I don't know, they're still pretty fine. But they maybe do a bit of damage because they're a bit more offensive kind of thing. A bit more glass cannony. But Tzeentch armies, if we go against the Tzeentch army, that's why these are all fucked up. That's why I lost one of my units to my Soul Grinders stuff, because the Tzeentch armies just have so much firepower, you know. I think now that I've got all these guys leveled up and I've got so many summons, the Tzeentch armies aren't really going to be as much of a problem, but But yeah, before when we weren't leveled up, we didn't have all of the summons. It was pretty rough. I'd love some land chaos knights as well as soon as possible. You eat all those trash horrors for good. Yeah, I'm into the knights as well. I like, just thematically as well. I don't like horrors. Like, I think horrors are just shit. Like, I just don't, like, you know, they're just like weird little fucking demon things, you know. Like, I like my Norwegian black metal Vikings, you know. I want my chaos knights. I want to ally with the Warriors of Chaos and get some chosen infantry in there and shit. What I'm all about. I don't want to like weird little googly pink things. Horrors are just so good. Yeah, I mean, mass pink horrors, they do just drill shit, you know. I'm not denying that, but yeah, I don't know. It's just, yeah. I'll just send this. This should like disrupt their attack. Basically, this half of their army is just gonna like chill there, and then we're only gonna have to fight half of their army at first. Oh, actually, looks like we only stopped 2 units. We didn't really stop 2. We slowed down 3 units anyway. That's good enough for me. Pink horses are the meat of your army. I wanted to get the pink horses, Phoenix. That would have been sweet. Pink horses. I want the pink horses. Yeah, I think how it's going to roll is we're going to have a bunch of pink horses at the back. At the back. I mean, I have to say pink horses from now on. Sorry, Phoenix. I like it too much. We're going to have a bunch of pink horses like camped in the corner like here. And then I'll have like Karas sort of one-man doomstacking out the front here, like probably out like at the full extension of their range or even outside of their range, and then have
Praise the Fly Lord.
what was I saying? Yeah, and then have him basically wrecking the enemy army with magic. And then just alright, we'll do a triple cast of Great Unclean Ones on their Lord. Yeah, so you just have like Karos kind of tanking them a little bit, flying around and dropping bombs on them out here, and then have any stragglers that get past him get drilled by the pink horrors. Whereas if you let the whole army just run into the pink horrors, and if they've got cav and stuff, you know, it could be messy. But I feel like we need something a bit more meatier than the pink horrors as well. That'll help these. It really worked that well. What if we drop this debuff on him? Will that help? Minus 40 melee defense should be pretty good. We actually got another summon here as an item, the portal glyph. It gives you 2 units of summoned Chaos Furies. Pretty cool. Like, you get multiples of that as well, I'm pretty sure. So you'd have like, you know, about a couple of heroes that have it.
Most prudent.
Summons still in 16 seconds.
The rocks rises.
Double suns happening. Just liberally toss them around the place. done. Your Nurglings are dying because the soul grinders form those bubbles inside your blob that turn into noodles at the edges where the Nurglings die. So you're saying the soul grinders are kind of making spaces around themselves that are making the Nurglings go a bit stringy around the edges? What unit size is this? Should be on Ultra. Too long didn't read is keep the soul grinders outside the blob. Yeah, that's probably a good call.
Boil them up. Bring me what's left.
Soul grinders are pushing the Nurglings into the line of fire. Yeah, okay. That's fair enough.
A plaguefather.
Alright, we fixed them all up. We just got one more unit to heal. We've got to, It's interesting there. So we got... I infected him, and then we got 2 infections. Oh yeah, because... I think we... Yeah, right. So we we had 0 recruitment capacity left for Nurglings, right? But then we cast a plague on Kugath that gave us 1 capacity, and then when we fought the enemy army, we infected them, because even though they got wiped out because they're all demons and stuff, yeah, actually they did all get wiped out, didn't they? So you'd think they couldn't have got infected, but yeah, it seems like they get infected like before they get resolved as being destroyed in the after battle screen. I wonder if they get infected before the battle starts. I don't actually notice that. Like because if you've got like a bunch of plagues and you attack an enemy army, and if you've got a couple of other allied enemy armies, maybe they've got allies as well, like basically everyone will get the plague. I don't know if there's like a percent, it works off a percent chance, but you know, it must be like at least 90% chance or something that everyone gets the plague, because usually everyone will get the plague, you know, because you got 3 armies versus their 2 armies, you have a fight, afterwards everyone's got the plague. It spreads between your own armies and their armies, right? But yeah, it seems like we got, according to this, it seems like we got a spread out of that, even though the army doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, I wonder if it actually spread onto them before the battle. That'd be, yeah, I don't know. Does anyone notice that? Like if I want to put an offensive plague that reduces their like range damage by 20% or whatever, if I just cast it on myself before I go into battle, would that get it done?
Submit to my research.
Excuse me, sorry, I'm still waking up. I haven't had any coffee yet. I basically did forest hiding with the army and Kairos doing the work. Yeah, that's basically what I think I'll do, except for, you know, if you just have your main army like way back, then you know, most of the army will be sort of distracted by Kairos and whatever else you got up front. Maybe some other, maybe, you know, some flying knight units or something. Are we nearly done now? I reckon we might be nearly done. I don't think I've checked. I don't think I've checked all of I think I've checked all of Kislev. I just have to make sure about Kislev. Might, you know, it doesn't really matter if we miss one, because like we mostly got most of them, you know. Mainly about just getting, well, we're pretty much done now. We've got enough XP to level up all of our guys and stuff, so that was the main issue. Yeah, see, actually that might have been us. Yeah, I don't know if like, I wonder if like when you sort of get a rift spawn, when you get a rift army spawn and there's hardly any armies, I wonder if that's because like sometimes they don't spawn, or whether it's because heaps of the AI armies like attack them. It seems like they spawn like at the end. I don't know. It just seems like a bunch of them are always damaged already, so like maybe the AI gets a chance to attack them beforehand. So Maybe, even though you get the message, like even though you get the rift message at the start of your turn, maybe the rifts actually spawn at the end of your turn, the previous turn. So then the AI, all the AI factions get a chance to attack them. I think we're done. I can't find any more. I don't have to go there anymore. Yep, I think we might have farmed every single rift on the map now. So now we just have to decide where we want to actually go. Karis Exalted Flamer spam? I don't know if I like Karis Exalted Flamer because the range on them is very low, right? I mean, I guess maybe like 3 or 4 like Exalted Flamers like up the front, and then have them backed up by like 6 or 8 pink horrors or something. But still, I'd want something else sort of up the front, in front of that. I don't know. Well, actually, Exalted Flamers aren't very tanky, are they? Have they, like, can they tank at all? I don't know if I want to do any like offensive stuff right now. I think I just want to drop back into our back into our region here and, like, you know, carry on conquering stuff. So I might pop him here, and then we'll just take out Burning Monolith next turn, because that's sort of where we were. Oh, bro. Lost the name. And then we can just kind of carry on with our conquest. Because, yeah, I don't think we were, like, in danger of losing. Like, I think everything's all kind of under control with our lands. Oh, bro. Our allies here are in a bit of trouble. They've got, like, roaming bands of, lately got these guys roaming around. They've got, dwarfs all up in their business. Flamers are terrible at melee. What's their speed? Are they fast enough to kite? Time for dwarf hunting? Yeah, it could be. Could be dwarf hunting time. Say domination victory is too long and painful to do. 150 round turns of auto resolve left to paint the map. Can't get it done. Too bored. Do you have to? You don't have to paint the whole map for domination victory, do you? Or is I don't really care about victory. Like, I haven't even looked at the requirements. Right, Torkel Plague Sword Torkel. Where are we off to? Yeah, I guess we should go back and sort out these guys. Oh, we don't have any more soul grinders yet. No. We're working on soul grinders. We'll just do the 150 plague spread with the extra chance of plague spreading. Just gives 150 gold, and it'll just keep giving us more gold. So yeah, I think we only made, oh, I don't know, maybe we made like 30 or 40,000 out of that. But yeah, I think like we didn't take any of the money, and there was a pretty low amount of armies this time. So yeah, it does seem pretty random the amount of armies you get. I feel like it was like less than half of them had armies this time, but it was still a good like 20 or 30 battles, but still.
The
Yeah, we're probably going to lose. We're probably going to lose a little bit of territory on the like we confederated this, so it wasn't even really easy come easy go kind of thing. And that's just a throwaway. But yeah, if we can hold on to sort of from there to there, and then get rid of this faction here, and then we just want to go up and finish off Slaanesh, and then come back and backstab Scarbrand, and then we'll have control of all of this pretty much. We'll just quickly whack up these guys with their levels. It's got immortality. I'm going to put all these guys on horses because I feel like the horses are pretty good. Not that I'm expecting to get into a battle over the internet or anything, but we may as well just now that we're levels are going to slow down a little bit, may as well just pop these points in so they can have them in. Flemers on chariots for sure, but Flemers on the ground, not really that fast. If they're in melee, it's literally game over for them. They're only a support damage roll. Yeah, well, I feel like I feel like I want some more front line for the for Kairos. And yeah, Kairos himself I think can tank okay. He's got the shields and he's got the mass to like pull out if he takes too much damage. Mostly, but yeah, I feel like you maybe need a bit more than that. But yeah, maybe chariots. But yeah, if anyone's got any more Tzeentch ideas for me, obviously I'm not going to be playing Tzeentch today because I'm playing Nurgle. I've got there's a Tzeentch science channel, Tzeentch science discussion channel, on my Discord, and I've kind of like, you know, what do you call it? Placed the question, or whatever. I've like posed the question of like, you know, what's cool about Tzeentch? What's the most powerful opening strategies? What are the best units for Tzeentch? What do you like doing in your Tzeentch campaigns? You know, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I've already gotten like a heap of responses, so thanks to everyone. I've read a bit of them, but I'll read through them more before I start my Tzeentch campaign. So yeah, if you got any other ideas of like cool stuff that, you know, for me to do, then you know, I want to have the most fun that I can have. Like the first time I played, like I played like one stream of Tzeentch just to try them out when I was in early access, but I had no idea like what to do, what was good with them or anything, you know, and I didn't really enjoy it very much. So yeah, this time I want to do all the cool stuff, so you guys can tell me what's cool and then I will explore it and get some Tzeentch science happening. Cool, I think we're good. We'll probably got a bunch of new magic items, but I'm not going to bother fixing that up yet. I don't know, I feel like I probably should be upgrading, like just get rid of those Nurglings and forget about them now and move on to just like Soul Grinder spam or something, but I don't know, I just kind of feel like, I don't know, I just kind of feel like the Nurglings are so good that you should just, you know, you shouldn't give up on it when you play this Kurioth. So we got 1, 5, 6, 10, 11. Yeah, so we haven't got quite enough points to get another Arcane Conduit. Not sure if it's really that worth it anyway. He's got a bunch of arcane conduits. Don't really need the upkeep. Don't really need great unclean ones at all. I don't think I want a great unclean one in him. Like, I don't know, does anyone disagree? I think great unclean ones are just bullet magnets. You're better off just keeping them as heralds and just never upgrading them to the greater demons. Ammo, yeah, cool. +4 melee defense for Nurglings. This is useless because it summons them at Kugath. Like, there's no range on it. It summons them at Kugath and then they explode. So they damage your other Nurglings. So they, you know, they actually weaken your blob, these Nurgling tides. So it's like a bad skill, basically. I don't know if you were using Kugath. I don't know. There's probably some situation you could imagine that would be good in, but I think like 99.9% of people use Kugath inside a blob of Nurglings, and so this is no good for him. I feel like it's always good to put your leadership up with demons because you know, melting like that last bit of your health that you lose from crumbling is always sucks. Yeah, lightning strike and replenishment, probably more replenishment is probably good. I don't know if I should spend a couple of points just to like give him a little bit of. No, he doesn't really need to cast ever. He's got like a bunch of dudes and he's always gonna have a bunch of casters with him. The Beastman video you put out today got me excited for Tzeentch. Yeah, well that was an idea. That was an idea from Blackwall. Oh, it is Blackwall. There you go, Blackwall. Thanks for the Beastman idea, man. Like, made a video of that and it looks like everybody's lots of other people are pretty excited to try it out. So you might have spawned a new wave of Tzeentch plus Beastmen campaigns. Yeah, so Blackwall was the one that came up with that idea. That's and yeah, that was in response to me like asking for cool stuff to do with Tzeentch. So we've already got a few cool things. I did a new video today, Nicholas, called like you can't recruit Beastmen allies. Check it out if you want. I know it goes for 1 minute.
Nurgle's chosen.
Alright, I think we're nearly ready to progress to a new turn. Check out all these nerds chasing after souls. What a bunch of nerds. Just go and get your Slaanesh bribe and then just farm all the Rift armies. Waste of time. Wasting your time.
Nurgle special for good.
I don't know, maybe we'll go get some souls next Rifts. Oh, we've got contact with it. So we can get, if we get to set up an alliance with we set up an alliance with yeah, we get an alliance with Throt, and then we can get some yeah, Plague Claw catapults, which is pretty cool. Oh yeah, got all 4 realm taints on Nikari last night. Nothing happens and it was a complete waste of time. Oh well, it's pretty cool though. Oh yeah, you're not gonna send me the save, are you? Because you're worried about me picking you or whatever. Well, this one doesn't cost me any money, so I guess I'll go with that one. I don't really care about either of those things. But yeah, it's still a cool achievement. I think it's pretty cool to get all 4 of the Chaos taints on one character.
I'll concoct a perfect plague.
I wonder if these guys are actually going to wreck this faction. Yeah. What's that, rebels?
The Plague Weaver.
I should have summoned another army here last turn.
Experiment.
Just realized.
I must
I think Torkoal might be ready to rock and roll soon. We can't in there. 3 turns. Alright, we'll clear out these ogres. So this guy's just on like maintenance duty, clearing out ogres, wandering around, holding stuff down. Yeah, so we've got these buildings popping out more soul grinders. But yeah, I've built soul grinders like pretty much everywhere I can, so we're just gonna get more and more soul grinders. There's not really any other Nurgling units that I really want apart from soul grinders. Like I said, I just want soul grinders and cultist capacity. So every time we build any sort of trade goods, gives you +1 cultist capacity, +1 plague ridden, and then you just need a tier 3 building to give you the ability to recruit cultists, and the main capital building to recruit plague ridden. I'm not really sure what other buildings to build once we've got our cultists going though. I guess you know, we can just build some other ones of these to get a bit more money. Some of the other, sorry, these are the infrastructure buildings. In this one, you want to build, like when you're building your plague ridden, you want to build this. Fuck. You want to build this one. Gives you -1 cycle time for basic military buildings. That means like here instead of like this, I think this is originally like 4, 4, 3, 3. No, maybe it was 4, 4. I can't remember now. Anyway, whatever. But yeah, it gets reduced by that anyway. And then there's a tech that reduces it as well, which we've just finished doing, I think. What was that last time? I thought we just did it. Oh, right, sorry. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, -1 cycle time for Rancid Aloe. So you get -1 cycle time for Rancid Aloe there. You get -1 cycle time for these buildings in one of these things. -1 cycle time for infrastructure buildings, and then this one gives you -1 cycle time. But when it gets up to tier 4, it gives you -2 basic military cycle time, right? So this gets reduced by 2. I think there's another one where you can reduce it by 3. Oh yeah, there's a plague that you can put on there as well. So yeah, if we go in here, actually maybe it's already got it. Cycle time for infrastructure buildings. Yeah, there's a plague that gives you -1 for cycle time for infrastructure buildings. Is there a separate one that gives you -1 for... Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one gives you -1 for military buildings as well. So get that. Put some duration on it as well. Actually, I might just get some on Nurgling capacity. Yeah, and then that'll just make this go around a bit faster, and we'll get our soul grinders, sorry. But yeah, oh yeah, and the other thing that we figured out before as well is that when this gets down to 0, a tick will appear next to here, and this will stay lit up. So currently this one's lit up. This one will light up once this gets to 0, and then a tick will appear, and then the timer will start going on here. But that does not give you the soul grinder. It's not until this one gets to 0, and then this one lights up, and the tick appears here, that you get the unit from this one. So it's not until it moves on to the next. So how this one's lit up, that means that we've gotten our capacity for spawn of Nurgle from here. We haven't got this one yet. When this one goes down and this moves to there, then we'll get this spawn of Nurgle here, and then when this one finishes and that moves to there, then we'll get that one. So yeah, it's weird. Someone posted a spreadsheet on Reddit for the income increase for them from the cycle time reduction. It was like 4% per turn. Okay, that's pretty good, I guess. But yeah, those little like incremental increases like that, I mean, they do add up. But it's not very exciting, is it? Do we still want growth? I suppose we still want growth. We'll go growth first, I guess. And this one we should probably build capacity, speeding up as well. But yeah, the reason I was talking all about the increased cycle time Bookerbot though, it's not to increase the money, it's to increase the rate at which soul grinders we get soul grinder capacity, because we want to get lots of soul grinders. Don't forget the outpost. Yeah, thanks Andy. So we just made an alliance with Throt so that we could build an outpost in his capital. So we can get all these. Oh yeah, we can get plague claws like straight away. Sweet. That's so good. Oh yeah, if anyone doesn't know about outposts as well, so this provides allied recruitment. Excuse me, provides allied recruitment of a selection of units from the faction's local recruitment. So you can only recruit stuff from like this local area. And then I think that the level 2 one lets you recruit from anywhere in the province, and the level 3 one lets you recruit from anything that faction can recruit from their global recruitment. So yeah, so different people like seem to think different things about this. It's like, yeah, it's like, oh, you can only recruit it from the stuff that's in that province, or you can recruit everything for the whole faction. But yeah, it depends what level the outpost is. So if you read this description, yeah, if it's level 1, then you can only recruit the local stuff. If it's level 3, you can recruit everything that faction's got. So yeah, with it's both the same with these guys because they've got everything built in Help It. So yeah. We don't really need the plague claw catapults at all, but you know, it's just like a flavor thing. Wouldn't warp lightning cannons be better for single target damage rather than anti-infantry catapults? I kind of want to go for like plague wind mortars or something like that actually. Just to like kill more infantry.
Nurgle Herald, leave alone, or we'll infect.
But yeah, I'm not really sure where I'll fit them in because maybe I'll just put them in temporarily. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, like, I don't like about the lightning cannons and the plague claws is that they're a bit vulnerable to melee. Like, if, you know, enemy units get in and start wrecking them, they can take some damage. Yeah, I'm not even sure if I actually want any Skaven stuff, but, you know. May as well get it anyway, just for fun. I guess we want the extra 1 plague duration. Assuming that tooltip's wrong and it's +1 plague duration, not plus 1%. I think somebody said that's actually +1% chance of plague spread. So that's yeah, that'll be cool. And I want that. I don't want to actually use that, but I just want to get that so we can have all of our plague symptoms unlocked. Just for like completionist's sake. Yeah, just put the money plague there. Just so that it'll, like, it costs us like 800 gold or something to have him walk for 3 turns across here, but I just got 150 back, and then every time it spreads, we'll get another 150. So it might make it back its money. You never know. You can't recruit Warhammer 2 DLC units at the moment as they are not implemented in the game yet. Okay. Yeah, we're blending it. I don't know. I don't really have any problem with single entities because with single entities we can just kill them with it's called with spells and with our great unclean ones, summons. If it's only one or two, but yeah, I feel like it's cav units that we struggle with. Yeah, we kind of need to consolidate a bit. We've got like crap everywhere. What if it's Zhao Ming who drops Constellation Dragon on you? Yeah, we're pretty screwed if it's Zhao Ming.
I must test my contagion.
I really like how grim Mordheim is. You make a mistake or bad luck, boom, your character is crippled or dead. Yeah, I love Mordheim. Fuck, maybe we should do a Mordheim stream. The thing is, like, with Mordheim, like, you kind of want to like, you know, grow to love your characters over time and stuff, you know, and all that, you know, so I feel like, and like, most of the games that I play are like that, so it's hard to, like, play other games, because, you know, like, obviously Warhammer's, like, my main game, and I do like to play other games, like, when I've got time, which is probably only now while I'm on holidays, but,
Bringer of sickness.
But yeah, I don't really have time to like play like a long series that's going to go on for ages and ages, you know. And yeah, I kind of want to do that with if it's going to be like Warhammer, you know. You kind of want to play a long series.
The plaguefather. They die. Unspeakable toxins. Ogre, plague weaver.
So what are you saying, Bookabot? You're saying the DLC is in the game, but it's not available to outposts. Kind of makes sense that it's not available to outposts because it comes from a different, like, ROR, because they come from a different interface.
Nurgle's pestilent blue master.
So you know, it would make sense that you couldn't get any ROR from
Inevitable.
outposts. What's something good for blowing up barricades? Probably Purple Sun, but I mean, I feel like Purple Sun's like... I wonder if, can I... No, you can't do it.
Nurgle's command.
You already know the War Wagon's got double ammo and their speed went to 66 from 50. That's pretty good. Let me in. Exactly. Well, maybe the DLC, maybe it's sort of like a, yeah, with the DLC, that sort of makes sense actually, because they might have put that in to stop people getting around and not having the DLC. Because like, if you've got the DLC, then you can recruit units, but if you don't, then you can't, But you can't have the DLC because there is no DLC for Warhammer 3, you know what I mean? Like, it's DLC for Warhammer 2.
Decay!
It kind of makes sense. I'm tempted to drop a shoot. I'll check that out. You shoot? I think he's line of sight block. What the hell is that? The towers. Don't fuck all damage. These barricades are such a nightmare. Like if it was just Kugath, he would have meleeed it down by now. Actually, yeah, if we push in with Kugath, he might be able to melee. I mean, I'm not really in any rush to get through here. I'm happy to sit here and tank the whole army for a while. It's fine. Come on, Kugath. Just get like one hit. You'll get there eventually. That is Purple Sun I was thinking of. Yeah, it just kind of goes around like sucking them up. Check it out, he still hasn't hit the... Just hit it. Somebody hit it. I think I might just drop a Purple Sun on it. Oh, I should have dropped a Blood Boil on it. Could have done that ages ago. Hey, there we go. We got it eventually.
It is done.
Corruption is salvation. The Earth Father's blessing.
Shut up about the war wagon stash. Lol. Dash is very, very strongly in favor of the war wagon. He's been a strong supporter of the war wagon for a long time. We'll have to do a war wagon themed campaign when Empire come in. Hopefully, if they do like a Boris Togbringer DLC or something like that brings in Empire, we can war wagon it up. Probably sleeps with a picture of a war wagon under his pillow. Yeah, for sure. Do the summoned Great and Clean ones have the Children of Nurgle passive? I haven't. Actually, no, I did unlock it, didn't I? They do indeed. So there you go. Sucks to be you. I know it was Andrew Tobias that was looking that up. Yeah, so that's weird. So the summoned ones do have it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I got the tech because I think it had 1% increased infection rate or something like that. So yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do a block. Let's do a these bad boys. Should make a statement. Yeah, they're all kind of busted already anyway.
Nurgles, come on.
The tech also says it gives it to them. Yeah, but I think Andrew Tobias said that the tech doesn't work on actual just normal recruited Great Unclean ones. But yeah, the passive is on them. The passive is on the summoned ones.
Nurgles, pestilent.
But I'm pretty sure I already have the tech, so I can't tell you whether it's still there, you know.
Swords, infection is inevitable. The love of Nurgle.
The UI can be bugged for things like that? What do you mean, like bugged, like showing that they've got a passive that they don't have? That seems kind of weird. Like, seems like a pretty specific bug to have, like, just... It can show stuff that it doesn't have. Oh, really? Bookabot. I never heard that. Okay. Interesting. Like the Vampire Coast captains showed them having hunger, and then CA gave it to them afterwards. Oh, okay. So it's a thing that can happen. And if the G Grand and Clean ones don't have the passive after the tech, maybe the tech actually applies it again, which removes it. Maybe, yeah. That would make sense. Oh yeah, because the summonable units don't usually get affected by techs. So yeah, maybe they do naturally have it, and then the tech removes it. That's lame. That's pretty lame, but I wouldn't be surprised. Hey Chris Smart, just joined watching this series and I'm enjoying it, but I've not played Nurgle yet. What's your army composition and the theory behind it? Passive heals and lots of wind and magic regen. Yeah, well, we're kind of in a bit of a flux state at the moment. But basically what we're doing is just getting heaps of heroes, and we're working towards getting soul grinder capacity. But I feel like this particular army of Kugas, it kind of works better with more Nurglings in it. So basically what I want to move towards now is I want to get rid of one of these cultists, just have 2 cultists. It is good having 3, but I feel like we could get away with 2. Like I just have 2 cultists and just have 2, or maybe have 3 plague ridden. Yeah, I don't know. Just have like 2 or 3 plague ridden, and then get more Nurglings. Because I feel like you need probably like another 4 or 5 more Nurglings than what I've got here for that whole like Nurgling shield regeneration thing to work properly. And then that should make you basically immune to melee. Not immune, but you know, highly resistant to melee. And then yeah, but separately to that, I want to have an army with like mostly soul grinders, like maybe like 10 soul grinders, and like 2 or 3 cultists, because they're fast. You can waste ammo with them. You can run around and drop summons on the enemy and stuff like that. And have a caster and maybe another plague ridden in that army as well. So yeah, I feel like soul grinders are kind of like the doomstackable thing. I don't know. I haven't really used them in a doomstack yet though, so I don't know. I haven't tested it out yet. It's a science stream, so we're still figuring stuff out. But that's kind of where I'm at with the thing. Yeah, the plague ridden have a passive. It's not a passive, sorry. Locus Contagion. It's an active Mortis Engine AoE sort of effect. And I like to have like 2 or 3 plague ridden with that, so that you can just kind of keep it up constantly on your blob. Probably not so important with this particular army with lots of magic and stuff, but I feel like if you had a big soul grinder blob, that would be quite good to have a couple of those in there.
The plague weaver.
Yeah, the Nurgle heroes are really good, but you need to have trade goods to be able to get capacity for them, so a bit hard to get lots of capacity. This is an interesting one. How are we going to kill all these ogres? Tanky enough against ranged? Yeah, well that's the thing. So if we have if we do another army and have them with just a Plague Herald as the leader, then he won't be such a big target for getting shot. But the soul grinders are. But the thing is, if we go this full soul grinder Doomstack, they can kite. Like they got 75 speed, so they're faster than the Tzeentch pink horrors. So we'll be able to like run around and like stay out of their range and shoot them down. But I haven't really tried that out. But yeah, I'm hoping. But yeah, so you could have like the main herald on a rotfly like this guy, and then have like 1 or 2 other plague riddens on rotflies. They can have locus of contagion, so they can kind of run around dropping AoE damage on the enemies. And then you can have these guys on horses that are fast as well, also faster than the pink horrors. And then you have your soul grinders that are also faster than the pink horrors. So you should be able to like just kite the whole army of pink horrors, you know, and then just take them out one by one. I would hope. They'll have other stuff that's fast though, so I don't know. But yeah, Tzeentch is a nightmare. Tzeentch just like shoots the crap out of you, and you know, magic. They've got magic that can AoE damage you as well. We've been handling it on these like weak Tzeentch armies, but I wouldn't want to go up against like a late game Kairos army or something. I'm not really sure how we're gonna deal with this situation. Yeah, I think Dash's advice is pretty good as well. Either wipe them out early or just become best friends with them so you never have to fight them. Auto-resolve time. Oh yeah, I probably should have auto-resolved it. Were we going to get a victory with auto-resolve? If we could have gone auto-resolve and only lost Nurglings, I should have gone for that. Going up against late game Kairos armies in Cathay, so much fun. Yeah, it doesn't sound like fun. Fuck, what are we gonna do here? Yes, we can. I guess we can get in a corner here. Might be good. If they can at least if they can only cycle charges from the front at least, that'll be a bit better. It should create a bit of a logjam with them all trying to cycle charge each other on top of each other. I think these are all Lobby heroes as well. Blob, the Nurgle strategy, yeah, pretty much. So, oh no, why can we not get in? Like, yeah, okay, whatever. So large entities gonna have you know, negatives in these trees, and it's gonna break up their charge and everything as well. So yeah, unfortunately, like some contagion doesn't really work very well in ogres because they have really low entity count.
New position.
Use filing boy for damage. I don't know what that means, Overlord 2. I use flying boy for damage. Yeah, I can cycle Locus of Contagions, but they ain't gonna do much damage. Beta Buna, of course, Beta Buna, yeah, good idea. If you only had listened to my advice to get a Lore of Metalcaster. What? Lore of Metalcaster for Nurgle. And played Tzeentch, who actually shut up, fucking dash. I don't need you confusing the shit out of me. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Yeah, no, he was just giving me shit, Overlord. He likes to torment me.
For decay, Lord. Follow Nurgle's side. Spread the rot.
Yeah, it's not great, you know. We'll get a big blob. Like once they come in close, we'll get a big blob, and later on we'll get a bit of. We should be able to tank them. We should be able to tank them with that Nurgle blob for a while. We haven't got any heals or anything, have we? I don't know what magic they've got, but I'm pretty damn sure it's not going to be as good as mine. Oh crap. Really? We're doing this already? I should have waited till we got all our magic up first. These saber tusks are pretty deadly.
position. Corrosion.
Don't know anything.
Decomposition.
Feta Buna. Yeah, Feta Buna is 19. A lot of wins. Even though Purple Sun isn't going to do much. Like, Purple Sun's rough though, because if Purple Sun rolls back onto our guys, I think we're just going to have to just do streamer corruptions over and over again. Once we get the blob happening.
Burst. Rot bearer. Maggot can move.
Didn't the Lord go?
Make corpse.
Somewhere. Yeah, we're starting to take a bit of damage.
Trail of maggots. Spread rot.
I think we got this. Purple Sun was a joke because you blob. Yeah, so the thing, Purple Sun would probably be okay if we can get them to start blobbing up. But yeah, if it rolls onto our blob, then it's going to be devastating. So it's not really an option.
Fly, Lord. Great decay. Rot. Fester. Pass.
Yeah, I think we got this. These three guys have got regeneration as well, so they're pretty tanky.
New position. Maggot can move. Not move. Despair. Decay. Decompose. Decomposition.
Cut them open!
Alright, I think that's pretty much about it. We'll really drop a Doom and Darkness now. Yeah, the Lord will be dead in a sec. Should be dead in a second.
Worshipper of disease!
Actually, no, I need one more Spirit Leech.
The cult of pestilence! Praise the fly
No, I have to wait for the Spirit and the Spirit Leech. Cool. Oh, that's relatively easy. I can't really catch. Catch him.
The Plague Lord's servant!
Yes! Putrid conqueror.
There's a lot flying up. Yeah. Yeah. See, this map, whenever you go over this thing, you can't go under it. So whenever you go over this thing, you get your vision goes right up in the sky. It's I don't know. It's kind of an interesting feature. It's pretty annoying. Basic Ogre Bulls have terrible leadership, so if you kill their lord, use a morale debuff and flank them, you can basically rout them at full HP. Oh, it's good to know. I was going to try and get some infections, but we probably aren't even that low on infections. I don't even know if we really need them. Hey, David Barnes. Too bad what? Too bad Undivided doesn't really have a legendary lord. Play Undivided instead of Tzeentch and you get a good faction plus Laura Metal. Well, no, I want to play Tzeentch though because it's not really about like the most powerful thing. It's just about the content, you know, like I haven't played the Tzeentch content, so I've got like, you know, more stuff to explore. Yeah, it's not necessarily about playing like the most overpowered faction or whatever, you know, it's just about playing Tzeentch because I haven't played it yet, you know. Thanks for the suggestion though. Who says Undivided doesn't have lords? Does Arcane suddenly know where existed? Oh, I thought they were talking about Demon Prince. I think they're talking about Demon Prince. Changing of ways is so fun. My favorite mechanic in any game. Oh, really? I haven't... Yeah, I don't know. It didn't really strike me as, like, that fun. Like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. But then I was like, yeah, you know. I don't know. I guess I don't really spend much time thinking about I don't spend much time thinking about the campaign map strategies. It's probably like a weak point of mine. We are getting low on infections, but I'm not really using the plagues as much anymore. We don't need replenishment. We don't need money. Yeah, I may as well go for infections. Tzeentch has some good campaign mechanics. Main problem is slow regeneration and recruitment, but with a hero stack that probably won't matter. Yeah, we could go like heroes, single entities, and like low model count stuff like cavalry. All that stuff's like more healable and also, you know, gets more instant replenishment from the after battle replenishment. Or in the case of cavalry and chariots, multi-entity chariots. Replenishment matters if you want to expand it to non-green climate. Yeah, so what can we do with a replenishment? There's just nothing that you can really get for replenishment for Tzeentch. Garrison's not replenishing is a disaster. Oh, and is that what happens if you try and settle in orange areas? You get like garrisons that don't replenish. Is the Demon Prince guy the guy from the prologue? Yeah, that's right, Benji, yeah. Yuri. He gets perverted by his lust for power. As is so often the way, isn't it? It's just a classic. It's a story as old as time.
March for Nurgle.
So yeah, I wish you could stay as Yuri. They can just be like a demonic version of him or something, I don't know. I love humanoid characters, I don't really like demons that much. What is the proper enemy for this army of ogres? Lead belchers to shoot your heroes. What are you saying, Andy? Like if I was playing ogres, what army would I take in order to kill my guys? Yeah, lead belchers would wreck just lots of damage. Iron blasters as well, but iron blasters are tier 5, so I feel like any strat that relies on a tier 5 unit is a bit shit, you know. But having said that, you can smash up to tier 5 pretty fast with ogre camps. Although you probably need to wait till turn 40 to get the money from the rifts to be able to pay for it.
Decompose. Murder, molder. Corrosion. Haunt. Rot bag.
Could get back into the blob. Back into the safety of the blob.
Destruction!
Trail of maggots. Mighty decay. Launching. Maggoty obey.
Scrap launchers are good. Scrap launchers are probably good versus Nurglings, wouldn't they? Because they got like AoE, non-AP damage. They're cheap, easily available early on. Lead belchers will probably do alright though if it's a flat ground though, because their cannon shots will penetrate through. and hit like multiple units.
Despair. Decay. Deep.
Client system has never worked. It's always been awful. Yeah, the client system is pretty bad actually. Now that you guys mention it, I never really thought about the client. I never really thought about the climate system as being bad. I just thought about like I think the climate. I like the climate system better than the old system where you could only settle the opposite factions stuff. Like if you remember in Warhammer 1, you could only settle the opposite faction stuff. But yeah, it's it's probably not that great, the climate thing, like because I never really thought about the climate thing being bad per se. I just thought the replenishment things were bad. You know, replenishment sucks. But it's like, yeah, if you have to like boost replenishment to ridiculous levels to deal with the climate, then yeah, and I think that is what goes on. You know, like the factions that have ridiculous replenishment, they can deal with having like going into red and orange climates. So when you get into the later game and you're conquering stuff, that comes into play, and those factions are okay. Whereas if you play as like Bretonia or someone that doesn't really have any replenishment bonuses or anything, then they have a lot of trouble. Yeah, so yeah, that's yeah, maybe that is that's an interesting one, and I don't think that has a good. I don't think it gets much airplay. You know, that whole issue of the climate system kind of being a bit shit, especially when it relates to replenishment. Like most of the time when people talk about it, they complain about the replenishment being bad. They don't complain about the climate being bad, you know. But yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like it kind of is the problem. Like, because you don't necessarily want every faction to have like ridiculous over the end-turn replenishment, but every faction should be able to get some replenishment. You know, like sometimes when you're in like the wrong zone, you can't get any replenishment, even if you're like, oh, I don't know, maybe it's meant to be like that. You know, maybe you're not meant to be able to settle every area, and you're meant to have to just like go along natural borders and stuff. Because that was the idea of it originally, right? That there'd be like natural borders where you couldn't really go beyond, so maybe the problem isn't, maybe you're meant to be restricted, more. But it's just weird because it only affects factions that don't have, like, there's a lot of factions that have really good replenishment and it doesn't affect them. And then the odd faction that doesn't have really good replenishment, they get screwed. So it's kind of like how it goes. So yeah, I don't know. Should I send this guy to go and maybe I should send this guy to go and rescue our ally over here.
Plaguefather. My
Nearly maxed out. We got 2 more points. Oh, we are maxed out now. Level 50. So yeah, talking about replenishment, we'll take that extra bit of replenishment. You got 1 more point. I could take Slime Trail for Great and Clean Ones. Don't really need that though. I guess we could take the spell resistance and melee attack for soul grinders. There's not really any other 1.1ers that are super good. I mean, more damage would have been good, but that ship sort of sailed. Actually, I'd probably rather more melee damage on Kriya than the Soul Grinders.
Reagent. Much decay, much joy.
Yeah, that outpost built yet? Nah, it takes 3 turns. Garrison should probably be exempt from climate replenishment penalties, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it'd be a lot more convenient if they were. I mean, lore-wise or whatever, like, you know, like realism-wise or whatever, it kind of makes sense that the local area wouldn't be able to replenish the garrison as quickly if they're, you know, if it's hostile or there's no recruits locally or whatever. But since it's like uncounterable, like there's nothing you can do about it, you know, so it makes it like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, I think maybe it just needs to be more, I don't know. Maybe it just needs to be a bit more consistent, you know, like, because factions that get really good replenishment, you know, factions that get really good replenishment can kind of overcome it, whereas, and ones that don't, can't. And it doesn't really make sense, the ones that can and can't, you know, like, yeah, like high elves and dwarves that are supposed to be, you know, really bad for replenishment because they're dying races and all that kind of stuff, have like better replenishment than other races that don't. I am the Emperor. If I want 1,300 soldiers at the end of the edge of the Chaos Wastes, then so it shall be. Indeed, indeed. I want green bulls and Cygors. Yeah, no, we can't do that unless we can get, unless a Beastman faction creates a herdstone on a province capital, then we can't recruit Beastman allies for Nurgle, unfortunately. It's only it's a Tzeentch only kind of thing. I wonder if that would be in range. I feel like it would be. If we get wiped, it would really suck, but we've got to rescue our allies. High elves have it for armies because of heroes, but the faction doesn't. Can you trade a settlement to the Beastmen in diplomacy? You can only trade settlements that border onto existing settlements that they own. And since the Beastmen never own any settlements, or as far as I can tell, you can't do it. So you got to give them a settlement to start with before you can start trading them settlements.
Specimens required.
Maybe we should just do this now. So we go 1, 2.
Prepared.
Hmm. Oh, we got another soul grinder. Should give that to this other guy. Oh no, I moved it in the wrong. Actually, no, I can't do it anymore. Hmm. Should have stayed in here. I could have got the soul grinder. The maximum number of units. Will it let me have the soul grinder? Oh, cool. So we would only be able to do it if we had low global recruitment. As far as I can tell, they'll never occupy a settlement currently. Yeah, I've never seen the AI beastmen take a settlement. I mean, maybe they could, but they just don't. You know? Yeah, I don't know. Cygors look like Nurgle units. Yeah, kind of. They've got like the one eye, like a lot of Nurgle units do. Yeah, so my plan was to basically go up here. It would be good if there was a rift up here. We could just teleport. But yeah, I don't think there's any rifts. Bummer. I'll just have to walk up there.
Nurgle's chosen. My new plague is delightfully peaceful. Rotting. Once I was but a nerd.
Alright, we'll streamline this army down a little bit. See if that makes them a little bit better.
Someone fetch me.
We won't have as much infinite winds of magic, but we'll still have, you know, we'll still be able to do it.
The perfect plague is within reach. Absolutely preposterous.
I don't know if I should drop another army now. Kind of can't afford it. River Plateau is pretty safe. It's pretty far away from the enemy. And Forest of Decay seems pretty safe there as well. This has just been sitting here the whole campaign. Like, no one seems to want to take it. I haven't built anything there because I don't want to lose it. But then, like, yeah, just no one attacks it, so it just keeps sitting there. This is pretty crazy. We'll keep dropping these money plagues. Try to keep it rolling. And yeah, there are more Nurglings. More chance of spreading money. I had a lot of fun and success recruiting Skaven into my Nurgle armies. They add a bunch of diversity to Nurgle playstyle, and you can beef their armor up with plagues. Yeah, Skaven are cool. I want to get some Skaven in my Nurgle armies as well. I think we get them this turn or next turn. Stalking units are fun for ambushes and for cheesing minor settlements. Yeah, nice. Max coin corruption, it literally erases growth entirely after the first few portals. AI can be stuck at tier 1 for the rest of the game. Oh, really? How much negative growth do you get with 100 coin corruption? I wasn't here last time, but you guys figured out the whole Soul Grinder debacle, I see. What's the Soul Grinder debacle? I thought everybody was, like, universally loved Soul Grinders. Is there a debacle? It's not really... Actually, here's good, because we can set up regen on that. And if we can get them to, yeah, if we can get them to all come this direction, then we'll all be golden. Unless they, you know, don't go that way. Oh, I only got 500. Shit. Maybe we should not. Maybe we'll put this one up a bit further away and stuff. Yeah, but then we can't shoot them. Yeah, we should have put this other one up now. And they could have actually shot at them. Oh well. What can you do?
Taliban win.
It's the victory point. This. Yeah. We can't take it already. Fuck, I haven't done too well with this one. Hopefully they run really fast over that victory point so they don't actually take it.
Child.
Okay, so far so good. She's camping it. The bitch. God damn it. Lose our sweet, sweet regen. I feel like this was winnable, but I messed it up. Just gonna put. We've got towers everywhere. We can have towers at this point. It's not looking good. Oh, actually, maybe it is looking good. Alright, nice. Suckers. Nurgle defense. Can't be beat. Yeah, I think Nurgle's probably like the one that you can pull off the most defenses with. I did proxy legs on one soul grinder for a friend once and swapped the robot legs for proper crab legs, and he felt like it was an overall improvement. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can, I feel like the crab legs would be a lot more, like, terrifying, demonic kind of vibe. Which is pretty cool. It's just a shame the Slaanesh Soul Grinder doesn't have crab legs. Yeah, I sort of feel like the demon engine thing kind of works for Khorne, but like the head of the Khorne thing should be like kind of like a Chaos Warrior helmet with the big ear parts, you know, or a dog head or something like that. Maybe, you know, like a Juggernaut head or something, you know. So it's got more of a whole like demon engine kind of vibe going on about it. But yeah, the Slaanesh and Tzeentch ones could be more like Crab Glory. Oh, I don't know. It's kind of cool, I guess. As it is. Scarbrand. Scarbrand's army looks kind of scary. These gore-based chariots and shit.
A plaguefather. Hold my Harold does it. Have maggots in mouth.
Hmm. They made them for 40k, and since they made Warhammer 40k Warhammer Fantasy books at the same time, they just jammed them into 40 Warhammer Fantasy battles. Yeah, yeah, I know. I feel like a lot of people don't like that, and I think maybe I had a phase where I didn't like them either. But I don't know. I just kind of came around to it, kind of on the same idea of how, like, you know, there's like randomly plasma pistols and stuff like that in the chaos in the Warhammer Fantasy realm sometimes, because it's like it's, you know, it's gone through a warp portal from the future or whatever.
Nurgle. Plaguefather's
That kind of vibe. Right, we've got some hard hitting soul grinder action going on now. I might just chill up here so we can use this forest.
follow Nurgle's side.
A giant, Commander. Take it down from afar. Don't let it near your massed infantry.
Oh my god, a giant, Commander. If it was, yeah, if we were like, actually, giants are actually probably pretty bad versus Nurgle, aren't they? If it was like, if we had range damage, then we'd be alright. But yeah, so this time I'm just gonna wait for our regen so we can have like mad, because this bad boy, like as tough as he is, doesn't have any magic. So you know, we can just get all of our regen so we have like 100 winds of magic, and unload on them. Oh no, not the giants. I know, it's the giants, guys. Be alarmed. And get our soul grinder leveled up. Healed up. Where the hell did the advisor line come from? Sounds like it should be a more scripted campaign. Yeah, no, it's like turn 35. It's weird that it just came up then. Missy has advisor on high, do I? Oh, it's not in there, is it? I've been complaining about the advisor for ages. Just finally changed it to actually get rid of it. Fantasy and 40k are a separate universe. There's no future for soul grinders to come from, especially after the end times. Yeah, like, no, I'm not saying like it's like they came back or forwards in time or anything, but it's like, because it's the chaos realms, you know, it's like to say they're in different universes in the multiverse or whatever, but presumably stuff could still go through the realms of chaos through the warp and somehow end up in a different universe or whatever, you know what I mean? Basically, there's no limits to chaos, I'd say. Goodbye, advisor. Exactly. Goodbye, advisor. How's our reserve going? 29. It's taking quite a while. Yeah, so what are we going to do here? So, yeah, Fated Buna could do some good work against, like... Not the Iron Bulls. Against these bad boys, the Man-Eaters. These, damage per second, direct damage, that ignores... Direct damage ignores armor, right? Or does it? I think it does. No, actually, I don't know. I can't remember. How are we going? Power Reserve 0. Okay, cool. Here we go. Alright, let's start, get some work done. Oh, I think I missed with that. Yeah, I don't think we quite get. I don't think we quite get. I think maybe Spirit Leeches pay for themselves. Yeah, say we start off at 60. Spirit 354. Let's see if that gets back up to 60. No. So we get 4. We get 4 back out of 6. So we're going to lose 2 points every time we cast it. But we could do Aspect of the Dreadnought and we get back 1 Winds of Magic every time we cast it, basically. Very slow, but we would, eventually get there. Squats are back in 40k. The squats aren't the same as they used to be though. They don't have Hearthguard and all that, do they? Like squats used to be like, serious business. I feel like now they're just like remnants now, aren't they? When you say squats are back, you just mean like that one character that's back, Nicholas? There's nothing else, is there? I don't think that squat character is not even in 40k. I don't think, is it? It's just in Blackstone Fortress or some one of those like side games. They're putting more and more in the lore. I wonder if they'll go back to the old. I feel like it's a different vibe now. Like it's like this demiurge bullshit. Well, not bullshit. This demiurge stuff. I don't know if it's good or bad, but. Not like the same as the old like Hearthguard and land trains and all that. Oh yeah, the giant. Forgot about him. I wonder if the Soul Grinder can shoot him to death. Ogre just seems to be looking at him. I don't really want to get down with the giant. It's a bit shy.
Worshipper of disease, in despair's name.
The giant should break in a second.
Decomposition. Child
Trolls down. Man giants down. Oh man, too, these guys are really going to town on this guy. Doesn't care though, just regenerating. He's like the plague cultist. Tanking all these ogres. One hit from the mallet should have pancaked him. I know, but he's got like Nurgle's resilience, you know, even though he's just like he's just a hanging together, like plagued out pus bag, you know, you just smash him down and he just kind of like gets back up and kind of, you know, just keeps going. You keep thinking he's dead and then he lays still for a while, then he just kind of slowly gets back up and starts moving again. Basically every 40% is 2. Suppose we should start worrying about money. We're slowly going down. I guess we should go for this one. It's terrifying. Mole mortars. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they used to drill underground and then come back up. That was really stupid, wasn't it? A lot of the stuff was really stupid, but it was kind of cool and classic at the same time. Yeah, no, it wasn't stupid. It was kind of cool. It was cool, you know, in that Warhammer way. But yeah, I really like the, I mean, I don't know, it doesn't really fit as much into the lore now, you know, like, but yeah, like the Hearthguard, like they were basically in their, like, exo armor. They were basically like Terminators for squats, you know. They're the exo armored Hearthguard, and you could have exo armored Hearthguard on bikes and they were kind of like these, and you had these dwarf bikers that basically looked like motorcycle gangers, you know, with their like goggles and long hair and stuff, leather jackets and shit. But then you had ones that were like Hearthguard that were, yeah, Hearthguard that were, what do you call it, on bikes. I think that you used to be able to have las guns on bikes as well. So you'd have like guys on bikes with rifles. Yeah, there's a few things that were kind of a bit, you know. Bit derpy, perhaps? Is this the last guy? Oh no, there's a couple of guys over there. I was thinking we might get one more healing. We're lucky. No. Maybe not. Oh, maybe. I think John Blanche, the artist, was a biker, so there were a lot of bike units. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, John Blanche. Jez Goodwin was my favorite miniatures designer back in the day. But yeah, some of the other artists did some good stuff as well. Actually, yeah, I didn't really pay attention to who did the squats. Some of the squats models were okay, but I thought like the Eldar, and I think Jez Goodwin did one of the Space Marine kits as well. Yeah. Motorbikes haven't found their place in modern combat yet. Oh, really? Is there no like mountain bike scout detachments or something like that? I feel like in guerrilla warfare you could have like guys who were going around on like motorbikes with like surface to air missiles and stuff like that. Is that not a thing? They get used in Afghanistan? Okay, yeah. The unit card for Exalted Bloodletters looks so much like the John Blanche style. Good homage. Nice. I was thinking more bulletproof bikes charging in with chainsaws and bolters. Oh, yeah, like tank bikes. Yeah, fully. No, the tank bikes are not really, they don't really make any sense, because if you want something that's going to be like a tank, then you want, like, a tank. Yeah, the whole point of a bike is being, like, maneuverable, like having, like, a dirt bike that can go anywhere and it's all, like, maneuverable and stuff. So I feel like we want to raise another army somewhere. Where's the next place that's going to have a big rebellion? It's spawn a new army and bring them in with a rebellion. Well, these guys on. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, we can sort that out on the way past. Oh, nothing really about to rebel. I don't think where else we need to open a front up, because I don't know how long it's going to take out this. No, we need a, yeah, we probably do need a second army over here. Alright, maybe we'll just move these guys over to here. And we'll just put a second army. We can run a second army for a while anyway, and then we can just like abandon them again if it's no good. But yeah, we've got the money to burn second army, so. What sort of We got one of each. Got one of each. Yeah, probably go Death. Death Herald. Oh, it's Blackwall. He's ready for action again. Alright, Blackwall, back you come.
Strongest demon.
Crimson Skull. Oh, well, I've got Crimson Skull, but we haven't got enough outposts. We haven't got enough. We need to get some allegiance happening. If we upgrade our if you upgrade the outpost, does that give you more allegiance? Oh, okay. Oh, both of these. Oh, so level 2 and 3 both give you access to global. Sorry, it's only the first one that gives you just local recruitment. So yeah, the first one's local recruitment. Second one's global recruitment. And the allied recruitment is expensive outside of friendly territory. And the last one is global recruitment and allied recruitment costs outside friendly territory is 50% reduced. Sorry, just a sec. This is Mercy. He's doing some hair drying. It's a bit noisy. We could look at. Yeah, I feel like building these outposts, they should give you a little bit of like a little bit of allegiance per turn. Like you should get like 2 allegiance per turn or something just by having it there, and it should just kind of slowly tick up. I think that'd be good.
Slaughter made.
You get no ally missions. Oh, at least one shared enemy. We've got heaps of shared enemies, don't we?
You speak to the blood gods most exalted.
Yeah, so we're already at war with all their guys. What about Throt? Has he got any missions for us?
Master Lord of Hell.
Oh, here we go. Defeat that guy. What happens if we fail the mission? Oh yeah, do we have to kill the Soul Screamer as well? Like if somebody else kills him, like do we still get it?
Savages.
Do you get like one allegiance point per turn or something like that, just for being in being allies?
Plaguefather. Bring grandfather's toxic love. Not touch Nurgle Herald.
We actually fight this. What's this? So we got a bunch of stuff. We got a bunch of stuff. They got better stuff than we've got. We got more stuff. I kind of feel like it's doable. We can kill their lord. No, I might just wait. I might just wait because we can just relieve it with the other army. Yeah, I don't know about these 2 settlements being raised. It's sort of worked out though because like nothing really is coming for us. But yeah. We got 250 sack at the moment. And the 250 sack also gives us... No. The 20% physical resistance ones also gives us constant vomiting, so we want that. And then we want Vanguard. Actually, who are we fighting against? Tzeentch. Alright, so we probably want Vanguard right now, actually. So we'll go... Vanguard deployment, plague bearers. You need to meet the criteria for the allegiance followers to drop. Tzeentch has an easy time to qualify for that. I know with Tzeentch you get a lot of followers who give extra allegiance points, but not sure with Nurgle. Oh, okay. Well, what are the allegiance points, like percentage increase of allegiance points, or are they like flat rate plus 1 allegiance point per turn or something like that for the followers? I don't know if I want to have anything to do with you, filthy Norskins. Maybe later. We'll think about it. Some plague mammoths could be cool, I guess. Yeah, the original Chaos was like these kind of like Norskins were, they're sort of like Norskins, they're sort of like these barbarians that came out of the frozen north kind of thing. And there's like blizzards and stuff. There'd be like giant mammoth type beasts with like blizzards obscuring stuff, and yeah. Oh, I forgot to actually hire any units for Blackball. Probably should have done that. It's kind of annoying that it flicks to that character. Like, if I put this guy in there and then I flick to this character, and then it flicks back to this character. So it's like you have to, as soon as the character enters an army, because I guess it's because it's a army action. So it's like, yeah. I don't know, we might not make it there in time actually, but we'll give it a try. Soul grinder, boom, boom, and yeah, something like that. 3k per turn. As long as we can fight at least one battle per turn, we can maintain that. Alright, we don't need the XP because we've already got Kugath maxed out.
I only serve the changer.
Could have put physical resist on as well, but you know, none of these things do physical damage anyway, so it's like, yeah. Need to rank up in allied territory to get it. With Big T, you can play as in Cathay and let your allies take the uninhabitable land inside the bastion. Okay. Yeah, it does that when you're upgrading characters too, which is also annoying. Yeah. But, you know, pretty minor. That might be a thing to get fixed, you know, 3 years from now when they've fixed like every other bug and they're bored looking for stuff to do. I think that the replenishment in territory, in red territory and orange territory thing is another one of those things that's like, I think it that one probably, I think it is possibly more like integral and important, but it might still, you know, not be a priority for a long time. But yeah, I'm sort of, I don't know, still need to get my head around that more. Sort of see if it's a thing that we can really, because that's the thing, you know, you need to like, doubt without change. Yeah, it's like, it's a very much a quality of life thing. It's not really a big deal either. And, you know, like the thing with the snapping to the units joining, it's slightly annoying, but it's, you know, it's like, it's not like it's constantly interrupting your gameplay or anything. But yeah, but that climate thing with the climate replenishment thing, I don't know if you guys all feel the same way as me, but I kind of feel like maybe we've sort of, you know, hit on something there that really is like a core, like a kind of core issue with the game, you know. It's not necessarily like the worst issue, but it's like, it's a thing, you know, and like it might actually kind of just fundamentally improve the game if they could deal with that. So I don't know, maybe like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure whether that's true or not. Like maybe it's not as big of a deal as I feel like it is, but I don't know. I think we should just like keep that in the back of our mind, you know, keep thinking about it and stuff, and like maybe something will percolate. I've got magic, but they've got magic too. I just realized that I had with the change to encamp replenishment, your replenishment is so much better when it's a ruin than with an ally. Oh, really? I haven't noticed that, Bookerbot. But yeah, that's the sort of stuff that's like, oh shit. I fucking thought they were going to just chill and wait for us. Oh shit, this is not good. Because I wanted to use the Garrison to tank for me. Yeah, it's not good. Alright, let's just slow things down a little bit here.
Infestation abound.
Record infections. Great decay. Decimate them.
Going over here, are they even? Oh, yeah, they're kind of getting there.
Assaulting the lab of Nurgle. My experiment succeeds.
Oh yeah, was there a hero? We should be killing him, shouldn't we? Yeah, can't really reach.
Putrid. Despair. Decay. Deep from both. Finger of sickness.
Oh, they're really against probably like really low anyway. Might as well just debuff them some more.
Plague and pus. Bring Nurgle's rot. Rot. Fester. Pass.
Alright. Yeah, this is pretty good. We just got the summons to absorb everything, basically.
The Plague Lord's servant!
Great. Decay. Plague bearers. Decay.
Sorted. Yeah, so basically, I thought the change to encamp replenishment was basically just that encamping does nothing. Like, encamping just enables replenishment, and then you just get whatever your normal replenishment is. So encamping doesn't, like, if you're encamping in friendly territory, it doesn't actually do anything. It's just the same as normal. Whereas if you encamp in enemy territory, you will actually get some replenishment. You will actually get your replenishment, whatever it is. But if it's red or whatever, then you won't get any replenishment anyway. And quite often in your own territory, if it's red, you won't get any territory. You won't get any either. So, yeah. Whereas with the old way where you used to get extra replenishment for encampment, that meant that if you're in your own settlement and had red climate or whatever, you know, you could sometimes overcome, or if it was orange or whatever, you could sometimes overcome it with the encamping, but now you can't do that.
Rip everything from them.
You can get replenishment in red territory too if you have enough percent. Yeah, but I was just saying, like, yeah, but it's sort of like, if you don't have the high replenishment, like we were talking about Tzeentch, and people were saying Tzeentch doesn't have very high replenishment. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you go into enemy territory, you're meant to get replenishment when you go into encamp stance. It's the whole kind of point of it, right? But you usually don't because you've got too much negative to your replenishment. But yeah, of course you can get replenishment. But yeah, if you're in a green area, you will get replenishment. But if you're in a red, you may not. Unless you're, have high. Oh, check that crack through the middle. It looks pretty hectic. Okay, we've rescued our allies. Oh, for the moment, these dwarfs seem to be pretty keen. Basically, I just need to keep an army hanging around here so that we can go and, like, backdoor Scarbrand once we're ready. I wonder where these guys are going to come on. Like, maybe we should stay in ambush stance so we can. Oh yeah, I forgot about that other army over there. So if we stay in ambush stance here, these guys are at war with these guys, yeah. So they should come aboard. And then yeah, if these guys like landed and just came ashore there, we could gank them. That'd be pretty sweet. I think it's definitely an issue, but unlikely to get fixed. Well, it's unlikely to get fixed if no one raises it and kicks up a big stink about it. You know what I mean? I feel like, yeah, if you could make it, that's what I'm saying. Like, well, first of all, if we end up deciding that it is a really big issue, and then if we can think of a, dramatic and visual enough video idea to make it something that everybody can see and understand, and then, CA are like, okay, fuck, this is a really big issue. Lots of people are pissed off about this, blah, blah. And then, all of that, if all that stuff. So if we actually decide it is actually a really important issue and it would actually fundamentally improve the game, and then if we can think of a good enough idea, a video idea, I mean mainly me, I guess, but I'm including everybody in it. Then to show everybody. Then, probably I don't have enough reach to make it happen. But then if I make a good enough video, then probably other YouTubers would, also pick it up and then they would make a video about it. And then, CA would then think, oh shit, a lot of people are pissed off about this thing, we should fix it up, you know. But even if you do all those things, as well as that, you have to also not do it at the same time as another much bigger fucking furor is going on Reddit or whatever, because otherwise it'll just get ignored and it'll get drowned out, you know. Like, and that's why I think it's like, it's really fucked, because, you know, a lot of times there'll be like some sort of like fundamental, like serious gameplay issue that, you know, comes up and that gets a little bit of traction, but then something on Reddit will be like, oh, Tzeentch and Chaos Warriors aren't the correct color or some shit, you know. And like, even like, don't get me wrong, I'm really into lore accuracy and like, you know, the right colors and the right like looks for everything and stuff like that. But do you know what I mean? Like, there'll be some like really fucking fluff issue that's this thing that just gets people all, you know, like, oh, there's no Jabba fucking slides in the game. Like, who gives a fuck, you know? Like, and the whole you know, news cycle will be held up with like no Java slides in the game, fucking Charlemagne's and shit, you know, and then like no one's thinking about anything that actually matters about the game, you know what I mean? Because it's just all of the focus is on that crap. And yeah, so it's like, it's really tricky, you know. Lore is just made up fantasy. What accuracy? Accuracy to the made up fantasy, obviously, Phoenix. I feel like that's pretty obvious.
A plaguefather.
History, you could argue that history is just made up fantasy as well, by the way. I don't think we've got many, there's not any eyewitnesses for the ancient stuff. No idea what a Jabba Scythe is, but now I'm upset it's not in the game. I know, what the fuck. No, Jabba Scythes are in the game now. They got added with the last Beastman update, I'm pretty sure. And I didn't care. And I don't know if anyone else cared really either, did they? I think like Indie Pride made like one video about them being used in multiplayer. But like, you know, is the Jabba Scythe really like anyone's favorite unit? You know what I mean? When you've got like Gorbals and stuff, and like what's the big Minotaur thing with the blade hands? That thing's pretty cool. The Gorgon. Jabba Scythe is a frog dragon. Yeah, it's pretty cool, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not as cool as a Gorgon. And it definitely, like, I don't know, like, I can't really think of a super good example now, but there's been updates that CA's done that have just fundamentally fixed the game and just made the game so much more awesome, you know, like, and it wasn't adding a fucking Jabba Scythe, you know what I mean? Like, and yeah, like, I don't know, just like a lot of the updates, especially in the second half of the Warhammer 2 cycle, like, they just really fucking made things heaps better, like, just made the game heaps better. Like, a lot of the faction updates, like the second dwarf update made the dwarves like awesome, you know, and like the potion of speed update, obviously, like, I don't know, just there's so many things, but like there's just certain issues that get a lot of traction, and get a lot of rage and stuff like that, but they're not actually they don't actually make that much difference to the game, you know. And so sometimes it's like, yeah, it's not a problem if there's like nothing else to talk about or whatever, you know. But it's just like a bum. Like, yeah, I think quite often you get like these sort of more fundamental issues that actually would increase people's enjoyment of the game, but they're like not getting addressed because people are, you know, obsessed with some random shit. Things really tuned up in the greenskins up. Yeah, greenskins are really good. Yeah, greenskin update was really good. Yeah, dwarf update was really good. The second wood elf update was really good as well. Like, well, not the second, the first, the only wood elf update. You know, the wood elf update with the DLC was really good as well. That was a real game changer. I mean, they're still not one of my favorite factions, but they're like really cool. Heaps better than they used to be. What other factions are there? Yeah, I guess all the faction updates and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know, like also like when they went back and fixed all of the traits. I don't even remember which update that was. Remember there was a trait, there was like the shitty traits we've got now, you know, the like +2 weapon skill and all that crap. Like I don't know if you remember, they fixed all that stuff and they made all the single lord buffs like heaps better, and they, you know, they rebalanced all the traits. And like that was just one of the, that's what I'm talking about, one of those like fundamental things that's just like makes the game better. Like that was just fundamentally kind of wrong with the game, but it wasn't like a big flashy big ticket item, you know. And it's the sort of thing that would never get any traction. Do you know what I mean? Like they didn't fix the traits because there was an uproar about it on the forums. They fixed the traits because they knew the traits were fucked and they needed to get fixed, you know. But it was only a minor thing. But whoever pushed that fix through, you know, whoever prioritized that fix to the traits, like, you know, hats off to them, you know, because that's just exactly the sort of thing, like this sort of seemingly minor but basic sort of fundamental thing that needs to get fixed, instead of some sort of like more flashy pain point type thing. I don't know if I'm talking good, I'm expressing my thoughts properly, but whatever. Let's get some gameplay happening. Gotta like get some levels done here. There's our new fledgling army. First Plague Sword Black Wall of Tzeentch and Beastman fame. They gave Wizard Lords some extra abilities over Fighter Lords that when Wizard was already the better pick. It was really sad. No. Bretonnia kept improving over time. Bretonnia are still, I don't know, I don't really rate Bretonnia still. Like they're powerful and whatever, and they're, you know, good, they're gonna supply lines and all that kind of stuff. But like, I don't know, just they still feel, I don't know, they just feel like they don't have enough variety or something to me. Man, this tech tree is pretty long, isn't it? We're gonna get through it all soon, but I'll get this one because it only takes 2, and I don't really want anything else. Wurzag and Grom are my favorite greenskin lords. They both know how to have a good time. Yeah, that's it. Grom knows how to eat, and Wurzag knows how to dance. They got them both good. Knights of the Realm with 0 AP. Yeah.
Go! Spread pox!
Where are those dwarfs?
Father knows best.
They ran away, I guess. I don't know if I should keep building stuff here or what. These things give you more money, don't they? Or do they? They sort of do, I guess. So these give you 180. So it's like 4, 8, 12, 17. And these ones are like 4, 8, 4. Oh, these got, because they got the reductions on them. Yeah, no, I think the green ones give you more money, don't they? I could upgrade that as well. It's only another 100 gold, but oh, yeah, I don't know if it's like worth bothering with this. I mean, I guess getting +5 infections per turn is kind of cool.
A crude attempt to subjugate.
Yeah, we can pretty much let the rebels have that. Or if they I'll see how we go. We might be able to defend it. Build until your thumbs get numb. All right. Yeah, I don't know what to do with Torkel. Like, I kind of want to keep him around here, but there's nothing for him to actually like do right now. I could go and like invade the dwarfs or something, I guess, but oh, did Crackerjack get wiped out? And noobs. Noobs. Yeah, Crackerjack got wiped out. Lol. By Norskins. How humiliating. So yeah, we've been trying to suck up to Karos the whole match. We've got non-aggression and stuff, but yeah.
I am of Tzeentch, and you are a puppet.
We haven't got any. We still haven't managed to get anything with these guys. They're -17. Hey Sega, how you going? How's the stream? Still pushing Power Nurgle to the top of the race? Trying to. Infected Kislev, you are their major threat. Okay, that's a good call. Kind of need like a settlement to start off from. Like walking up infections all the way from over here is pretty bad. Oh, I suppose it's not too bad. What should we give? What gift should we give Kislev? The gift that keeps on giving. I guess attrition's always a good one. Yeah, attrition, plague spreading, and money. Or we could do double attrition. I wonder if the double attrition actually works, or if you only get the one attrition anyway.
loudest of the Fly Lord. March till we blister.
I wonder if I should infect Satrakan, or if I should just like get further into the middle of try to get further into the middle of their lands first.
Maggots in mouth.
And they're pretty prolific, these flaming scribes. Hopefully they'll get confederated by Karos, but I don't know if Karos is doing that well. Oh, he's rank 7 and they're only rank 12, so he should confederate them, hopefully, eventually. Alright, well I guess when we're ready, we want to come here and take Bloodhaven. I'm not sure if our army's particularly good. I wonder what a whole army of Spawn of Nurgle would be like, especially if we had really good heals. I mean, they'd probably be pretty bad, but... Double stacking attrition symptoms doesn't work, saw no increase in intensity, at least for me. Thanks Blue, thanks for telling me. Yeah, I sort of suspected it might be like that. Plus, they have really high attrition resistance and they don't seem to take too much damage from it anyway. But somebody said that the replenishment reduction was good because they get into battles and they just never replenish, and so they end up with these like busted ass armies running around, and they just keep getting more battles and just keep getting more busted and stuff. But I would have, so they're saying doing the like reduced replenishment, but I would have thought if you enable attrition, then that would be better even, wouldn't it? Because that's going to stop them from getting any replenishment regardless of how much bonus replenishment they've got. So yeah, I don't know if my logic's flawed. Please let me know. Actually, what the fuck? As if we're gonna lose against them. Whatever. Attrition removes replenishment, way better than reduced replenishment. Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah. Even if they take no attrition damage, they won't replenish. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. If we can infect them with the replenish, with attrition, then you know, then that could really weaken them over time. Because just every time, it won't do any damage probably, but you know, every time they fight a battle, their units will be all busted, and yeah. And the AI probably won't be smart enough to like disband and re-recruit, you know, it'll just have all these units with like 20 guys left in it and stuff. Where is our allies? Oh, right behind them over there. I personally ignore attrition. The only two offensive plagues I use with cultists is the ranged reduced recruitment capacity, so then they globally recruit, and the spell resist against dwarves. Okay, yeah, the reduced recruitment capacity could be good.
death, plague weaver. For my studies.
Alright, that's pretty good. Reduced movement is good. Gradual loss of forces, no replenishment. Egg every yeah. Yeah, I think egg for the replenishment. For the attrition, sorry. And the reduced movement. And you're getting infection chance or
Worshipper of disease! Our father's sacred servant! The Our Father's blessing!
Rocket kill! Caliban!
Decay Lord cultist! Corruption is salvation.
Despair! Decay! Decompose! Rot! Child! Nurgle! I commands! Tugath! Plague weaver!
For the Earth Father!
Nurgle! Right!
yeah, like these summons are great for just holding them back so you don't have to take any damage.
Infection is inevitable! They die! Look back! Look back!
No, he's gonna go down a second. I've always kind of like the greater clean ones just because they're so big and, you know, ginormous.
Praise the fly
Brave! Shout! Rot! Fester! Pass!
Alright, we should be nearly done. Nearly done here.
Slaughter them! Bring up of sickness! The perfect plague!
Now I kind of want to see no corruption spread so that every Dick and Harry has the corrupted by Nurgle trait, and then stack hero action, reduce replenishment and plague on it. And see if it becomes a turbo plague that just deals uncounterable attrition to everybody. Yeah, that's interesting actually. Yeah, just spread like the just spread the corruption everywhere first.
Kugath, plague weaver. Kugath, assaulting.
Good dogs. Do you like dogs?
Tallyman of flames.
Hey, Andrew Jones. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't notice you. How long have you been there for? Oh, you said hi ages ago. Hey man, sorry I wasn't looking at the screen. There was too much chat going on, so you got pushed out. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. Where does Kugath rank on your favorite lords, Mercy? He ranks in one of my favorite. He ranks as one of my favorite lords. Actually, I don't know if I like. Yeah, no, I do like Kugath. Yeah, no, Kugath's cool. He's pretty cool. You know, one of my favorite lords to play. He's not like one of my favorite years my whole life. Yeah, he's not one of my favorite lords, like in terms of. Oh, actually, no, I do like his vibe. I like his style. Like, I don't like the fact that he gets the shit shot out of him so much, but he's. I know, yeah, he's cool. He's a cool lord. He's unique, you know. Like, he's the only artillery lord, and he's pretty cool in melee as well. Like, he smashes things in melee. But he's very vulnerable. But it's like, I don't know. I like the way he's vulnerable. You know, he's very vulnerable, but he's got like so much health. You know, that it kind of like provides him with a shield. But you do have to still manage it with healing and stuff. But he's also got the best healing in the game with his plague ridden healers. So it's sort of, I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like him. You know. One of your faves, including Total Warhammer 2? No, he's not. No, he doesn't even rate on the total. He doesn't even rate on the Warhammer 2 scale. No. But yeah, out of Warhammer 3, he's one of my favorites. Yeah. I don't really know who my favorite. I don't really have a favorite. Like, yeah, like that's the problem with Warhammer 3. Like, none of the Warhammer 3 stuff is really my favorite shit. My favorite stuff's all in Warhammer 2 and 1. But out of the Warhammer 3 factions, yeah, I like him. He's pretty cool.
The cult of pestilence.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of Warhammer 2 factions that would rate above Kugath. Like most, like probably like a quarter of them. But it's not really Kugath. It's just the faction, you know. Like I prefer, yeah, elves and humans and stuff like that, you know.
Cleanliness is blasphemy.
But yeah, no, but I think, yeah, he's pretty cool. Like, I don't think like I'm gonna be a Nurgle player, you know what I mean? Like when Immortal Empires comes out, man, imagine when Immortal Empires comes out. It's gonna be so good, so good. This is the thing, like there was already like I think 69 playable factions in Warhammer 2 Immortal Empires. So you're like for 69 playable lords, you know, different playable lords. Can you try spreading in a plague that has -7 replenishment and attrition? Yeah, I can try whatever you want, dash, but you can't really tell whether it works or not. That's the problem. That's the problem with all this plague stuff. It's really difficult and time consuming to try to actually test anything. You know what I mean? Like you need to have like map vision and, you know, you need to do it over multiple turns and be like keeping track. You need to be like taking notes and like writing down how many units the fucking dude had and stuff. It's just, you know, like it's a lot of work just to try to figure out, you know, what's going on with the attrition and stuff. So that's why I've kind of been staying away from that. Like, although, you know, again, it is one of these like fundamental type things that like, you know, would make the game better if it was good. And well, maybe it is already good, you know, if it's bad, if it got fixed or whatever. But that one's like a hard one because it's too hard to understand. You know, it's difficult to understand, and then even if you could understand it, it'd be really difficult to make a video out of it that would make it understandable. And yeah. Oh, you're still alive. We're playing the house. That's for science nerds in Discord. Yeah, that's right. I'll just like I'll let you and Andrew Tobias figure that out. This is a science stream. Yeah, but it's like fun science, you know what I mean? For us nerds, yeah. Yeah, no, it's just like, yeah, there's certain things that just don't work very well on stream, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like just taking notes and like doing stuff like that, you know, it's not really a good stream activity. It's more of an offline type of thing. Behind the scenes. People don't want to see that. People don't want to see all that stuff. They just want to see the results. They just want somebody to say authoritatively, this is how it works. But that's the thing. It's really hard to say this is how it works because you don't like authoritatively. You know what I mean? Like you can say I've observed this, and maybe it means that. You know, like that's pretty easy to say. But to say I know how it works and this is how it works, the only way I can really do that is if, you know, if I see like empirical evidence, if I see examples of it happening, and also ideally if somebody like pulls code out of the game and that code confirms what I'm observing, then like I generally will think that, yep, I know how it works. But even then you can be wrong.
Push you break open.
No one ever shoots at the Rotfly for some reason. They must just know that it's too fast and maneuverable or something. Once the math gets involved, it's a snorefest. Oh, no, the math stuff can be interesting, but it's like, but yeah, it's just not like it's not a good thing for, like for streaming, like gaming and actually doing stuff and talking. I think are the two main things that you want to see in a stream that like make streams good. I don't think like just, you know, calculating shit and me thinking, you know, is like gonna be like a good stream. You can see the wheels turning, the cogs slowly turning as I'm trying to think about stuff.
I must test
All right.
my condition.
I don't know why they don't hit Rotfly. Enemy archers love trying to hit Karos. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like they'll shoot at Nakari. Nakari's really good for wasting ammo because he's super fast, and but they still shoot at him. But yeah, the other large targets. Maybe it's because Nakari and Karos are like extra large. They're like the ginormous. I'm not sure if there's 4 or 5 classes, but there's small. Well, there might even be more. There's like small, which is like human and dogs. Then there's medium, which is cavalry. Then there's large, which is like Karos and Nakari. And then there's like extra large, which is like, you know, mammoths and what's that lizard man, that giant lizard man thing? You know, those like massive behemoth type units, you know. I think that's right. Maybe there's even another, somebody told me there was even another class as well. But yeah, like there's a few different hit categories. Dread Saurian, yeah, that thing. Yeah, so there's like, so essentially the Rotflies and the cultists on horses would count as medium. So yeah, that makes sense actually now that I think about it. Yeah, they don't. So yeah, the new archer AI that doesn't waste ammo. It doesn't waste ammo on small or medium. So you have to be that large category. Otherwise they won't. Yeah, they won't shoot at you. Or they will shoot at infantry units, but not single entity, larges and mediums. What the fuck? Is this the same? This guy just retreated and then he came back and then... What the... Sleep.
Grandfather.
Oh wow, actually managed to take care of auto resolve without losing any oh, these guys lost some units, but not me. It's good.
Bring them to their knees.
There's a super large Dread Saurian that's seen in Thoric Ironbrow's quest battle. It's got like 100,000 health. That's hilarious. Yeah.
A rotten cocksmaker.
I'll check this fucker out. Are we at war with that dude? Oh, that's Nakari. Okay. So with Nakari, I want to be... Actually, is Nakari at war with...
You wish to join my
Nakari is not at war with Scarbrand. What the fuck? Why aren't they at war with each other? They're right next to each other. And they're not allies. That would have been so much better if they were. Thoric's a beast with... Oh man, don't talk about Warhammer 2 factions, bro. I'm still like... There's still so much like more Warhammer 3 stuff to work to do. And I'm just like... I'm trying to resist going back and playing Warhammer 2 because I'm just... Oh, I don't know. Maybe it'll be fine. I'm just like... I'm worried, you know? I'm worried that I'll either Warhammer 2, if I go back to Warhammer 2, it'll be ruined for me because it won't have any of the new Warhammer 3 stuff. Or I'm worried that Warhammer 3 will be ruined for me because I'll be, you know, I'll be loving the old faction so much. Play Dowie by the beard, dude. Minus 18. What's the minus 18 from? Tzeentch corruption, corn corruption, enemy characters. Basically, I just want to run all the way. I want to run. I want to run Kugath all the way here to Nakari's home, and then just start like unloading, just start wrecking everything, and then just work our way back. But that way we can like. I don't know if I should maybe take out. Where's Oh, there's Scarbrand, Infernius there, right? So yeah, we can leave Scarbrand. So yeah, so we can basically wipe out Nakari first, and then start off with Scarbrand's capital, and then wipe out him. I feel like that's the best way to do it when you're trying to wipe out a faction. Like stay at peace with them, walk to their capital, and then take out their capital and their oldest, most developed settlements first, and then they'll very quickly, you know, be neutered. Missing the good old swordsmen and handgunners, yeah, for sure. I am. I think what I'm going to try and do is mix it in a little bit, like start doing, you know, I'll still do my normal Warhammer 3 faction, my Warhammer 3 campaigns at night, but then I'll do like a, you know, like a fun, you know, like I'll do like science type campaigns at night or like new faction discovery and stuff, and then in the daytime I'll do a Warhammer 2 campaign for fun or something. But the Warhammer 2 campaign won't be a main, like it'll only be like when I've got spare time, not every night sort of thing. Anyway, whatever. Fucking who cares?
The fetid master.
Get a plague out here. So yeah, I think this one's the best one. Attrition campaign movement. And then you want the money. And then you want the chance of plague spreading, yeah. We're getting low on. We're gonna have to start taking more infections. We need some open field battles. Oh shit! Right, what were those dudes? Fuck. I'm gonna take that next turn anyway, so it's a bit of a waste of time. Who we got on him? So we got Vanguard, Summon. Alright, so we'll put the sack. Actually, no, I'll put physical resistance. And then next turn we'll put the sack. So we got Plague Bearers, physical resistance, and Vanguard. Vanguard? Where's the Vanguard? What the? Maybe there's only... Maybe is it 3... Maybe you can only have like 3 plague symptoms on you at a time or something, or I don't know. Swords, sorry, yeah, there. So 1 turn and then we can do it. So it'd be like 3 turns away or something. Don't know what they did to the sound effects in this game, but the clicking sound of everything is music to my soul. Nice. Yeah, there are a lot of people like, a lot of people like comment that they really love the sound. I don't really, yeah, I don't know. I don't really notice the, I don't really notice it that much, yeah. Like, there's some really good music in Warhammer 1 and 2. Like, in Warhammer 1, there's a piece of music, it's called, like, Something of the High King, or the Something High King. I can't remember what it is now. Something about High King. And it's just this really good dwarf music that just gets your blood pumping, you know? But I don't know, like I think CA screwed up with all the music in Warhammer 1. They didn't get the copyright properly and stuff. So like if you use any of it, you get copyright claimed and shit, and it's really fucked up. It's so crap, like you get copyright claimed for promoting, like promoting a game, you know, like, yeah, well, whatever. Anyway, I've whinged about that on a previous occasion, so nobody likes the whiner. Alright, here's our little plague merchant doing his thing.
Row with joy.
If possible, inflict the primary plagues that cause reduced replenishment and the symptoms that cause attrition and the sores symptom on any rebel army, and check the predicted attrition on them. I don't think it shows anything. I think you gotta wait a turn before it shows anything. I think when you first put the plague on them, it just doesn't do anything. Voice acting is also amazing. Do not touch Nakari, by the way. Best line. Alright. This guy's getting plagued all the time as well. I wonder if that's annoying him. Oh yeah, he's getting plagued big time. It's Plague City all up in here. Yeah, so just putting soul grinders like everywhere, so we get as many soul grinders as we can get. Best fix for the climate system would be to have it dissipate over time, so Empire takes over Chaos Wastes, and over time it becomes more habitable. I don't know if that's true, David Barnes. Like, I feel like the whole point of the climate system is to make it so that, you know, like, you're not meant to be able to take over certain places, and if you do, it's meant to be like a significant drain on your resources and stuff to like maintain it. You know what I mean? Like, so just say you had like green territory and you've filled up all the green territory, and then there's a mountain pass to your north. It's a choke point, but it's red territory. You basically garrison it, you know, and like, you know, every now and again you have to send more dudes up there to like replenish because the garrison all gets the pox or they fucking die or whatever. And, you know, like that's like, it's meant to be, you know, like the original thing they made it so you flat out couldn't occupy stuff that wasn't for your faction at all. So that was the original intention, to like kind of keep the races where they're supposed to be, kind of in the lore, you know, to a degree at least, encourage them to stay there and stuff. But yeah, I don't know if it really works, but yeah. So like, I don't think the intention is for you to be able to just settle wherever you want. You know what I mean? Oh man, that was not what I wanted to do with that. Oh well, actually no, it doesn't matter. He's meant to be just faffing around. Actually, that's fine. I probably should have taken out this army here though. Maybe it could be cool if you could like build a special building or something, or yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, so like that suggestion you made, Dave Vance, to have the climate system dissipate over time. Like, yeah, that would be a good solution if you want to get rid of the climate system, essentially, like if you want it to not be a problem anymore. But yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's why I was saying we need to. I think we need to think about it more, because I'm like, you know, do we want it to be like? Do we want the climate to be less impactful, or do we want the climate system to be impactful? And if we don't want the climate system to be impactful, then what's the point of having a fucking climate system? Why don't you just make everything the same, like it was in other games? You know. Like that's the thing, like do you even want the climate system in the game? You know, that's you know, a good question, I think. Like, and if you don't, then there's no point fixing it, just get rid of it, you know. Not that I think they're going to actually get rid of it, but you know. All right, I'm sort of thinking this one. Captain Mercy, I wanted to save the old world. I did not ask for my selfish studies, but for the good of the Empire. Thanks, Jesus. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but I want to save the Empire. I want it. Never found climate to be problematic, even with Tzeentch, but seems that is only me. Okay, Blackwell. So, what do you mean by that? Like, do you think there's anything that you do differently that makes climate not impact you as much, or all the climate system does is hamper those who want to expand, which is kind of what most people play it for. Why would I want to expand and then just say, well, that's it then? And I'm not saying you necessarily expand and say that's it then. This is like kind of what I wanted to talk about though. So maybe, like, I'm not saying this is the answer, but just say maybe the thing is that you want it to be harder to expand, you know, after a certain point or whatever. Oh, where's another tower? Yeah. Like, yeah, so maybe you want to, like, so just say you start off in the Empire, you conquer everything in the Empire, it's all green, right? And then you want to expand into Dwarven lands or something like that. Then, like, you can do it, but you have to, like, you have to get organized. You have to be like, okay, we're going to have not so much replenishment. I'm going to have to put, like, extra warrior priests in that area to deal with the, like, a replenishment. I'm going to have to build certain buildings that are going to have extra replenishment that I wouldn't normally build. You know, I'm going to, like, have to leave the growth buildings up, like, because the growth buildings give you extra replenishment generally. I'm going to have to, like, leave the growth buildings up. I'm going to have to accept that we're not going to have any income in those settlements because I'm going to have growth buildings instead of max income, you know, like, and that, so basically it, like, because what you want in a strategy game is, in my mind, is more decisions that you have to make that you can, more, you know, more things you can strategize about, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, so that's sort of like, I think that's how you would do that, you know? Oh, did they not, they didn't cap that. Don't mind if I do. It'd be cool if this chariot would leave without capping that too. What are we doing here? We're not going to lose. Oh man, we're not doing too well here, are we? Keep it in, but give it diminishing returns. No, well, no, I don't think it, I don't know. I don't think I want diminishing returns, but I mean, yeah, like, I don't think I want diminishing returns. Like if they just say you're the Empire and you take over some mountain regions or whatever, and it's orange or it's red or whatever, like, I feel like for the whole rest of the game, as long as you want to hold that mountain region, you're going to have to pay. You know what I mean? It's going to cost you. Either that region's going to be weaker, so you're going to need to put more military assets there, or it's going to be, like, cost you in terms of you're not going to have as much income because you got to, you know, devote more stuff to, where's another tower? I need more towers. There's one. You got to devote more stuff to replenishment or whatever. Like, I don't think that should ever go away. Like, I think, like, dwarves are always mountain dudes and humans are always not mountain dudes, you know? So that should always be like that. But I think you should be able to overcome it. But you should be able to, you should need to make strategic decisions, like, about how to overcome it. You know what I mean? Carrick Dumb is not a Chaos Climate, for example, as far as I know, so maybe a sign for DLC. Hey, Blackwall, where's Carrick Dumb? Oh, we need another tower spot. There's another tower spot we can put a tower. Yeah, where's Carrick Dumb? Somewhere in the Chaos Realms, I take it. But I wish, like, some of the shit would die. Oh shit. Yeah, too slow. Screwed up. Now we're not gonna get. Try and push in here and try and stop this cap. Let me in. Did they get it? Oh, they got it. Fuck. Okay, that's real bad. I don't think we're gonna do very well now. Right, we'll try and I'll put a replenish there. If we can make, if any of our survivors can make it over there, then we can get some more replenish. The Toad's dead. Okay. Right. If we kill this Lord, might give us a slight chance. We're at the border of the Chaos Realms where Clan Helheim starts. Recline Hellhind stats. Oh, like right next to Nurgle, just to the west, just to the east of Nurgle. Is that one? The green and white dwarfs.
Despair! Decay! Decompose!
Does the Nurgle building system seem unfinished to you? Hey, Flaming Gopi. Flaming OP. I don't know if the Nurgle building system feels unfinished. I feel like it's a bit like, I don't know what the word is, like pointless, or like it's it's cool, like it's fine or whatever. It just doesn't really tell a story or anything, you know what I mean? It doesn't really do anything. You know, like it's cool and it's different that you have to manage it by the cycling and everything, but like I don't know. I feel like there's a bit of a theme thing going on there with it, sort of with the way that you get your units for free, and not for free, but you know, you get your units instantly wherever you know, and like yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like it was a bit of a like, how can we differentiate this faction without there being really like a solid kind of theme behind it, or like yeah, I don't know. Like, do you know what I mean? Like the Scarbrand mechanic, which I also don't really like, is more like sort of, it kind of, if it makes sense, kind of more, it feeds into him more. Like it's very obvious what Scarbrand's deal is, that he just like kills and gets more rage and kills more and goes further and kills more, you know? It kind of makes sense and stuff, but the Nurgle one, I feel like it's a bit like, you know, I don't know. It's not like it doesn't make sense or it's not good, but it's not as clear and doesn't make as much sense as the Scarbrand one. You know what I mean? I feel like. At least kill their lord. I don't think so. Die, wench. Slay her. Yes, vengeance is mine. I win. I won the moral victory. I'm still good. Still in the fight. No, I'm dead. But yeah, I don't know. I think I think the Nurgle buildings thing is fine. Yeah, I don't think it's unfinished exactly. I just think it's like not really very, yeah, it just doesn't have a very strong theme to it or whatever, and that's probably just, I don't know, like I can't really imagine how it could be any better or anything, you know. I'm willing to bet it makes sense in 5 years when all the DLC is out, but by that time we'll be raging about the fact that the newly released 40k game doesn't have as much depth as Game 3. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Man, imagine if, like, I don't know, like if Warhammer 40k is the next game that comes out, like, I don't know. I know I'm pretty sad, but like these games, like I really love these games like so much. Like they have yeah, there's like probably an unhealthy amount of like, I guess what I'm saying is like I'm so into like Warhammer and Total War that basically if the next game that Creative Assembly does is Warhammer 40k Total War, then basically like my whole life will be improved, you know, like just, you know, I'm gonna have a better life than I would have had, you know, like I mean, like I don't mean incrementally better, I mean like significantly, like it'll be a literally life-changing event for me if the next game was 40k Total War. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. I guess it's just a matter of degrees. Like, it's like, I'm sure everybody in the chat right now would be super happy if the next game was Warhammer 40k Total War, or most people would be. And I'm definitely amongst that number as well. But yeah, but I think like the amount, you know, the amount that it would improve my life would be like very high. Nah, I don't want Medieval 3. I almost don't want Medieval 3 because I know that they won't do a good job of it, you know. Like, or not, no, maybe they won't do a good job's the wrong word. Like, it's not that they won't do a good job of it. It's just that I don't, like, I highly doubt that a Medieval 3 will be the game that I want. You know what I mean? Like, I love Medieval 2, and it's really, like, got, like, so much nostalgia for it, and so many memories, and, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. Like, it's too close to home, you know? And so I feel like there's, like, they could never really do it justice kind of thing, you know? I don't know if Medieval 3 will ever come out. I think Medieval 3 will come out, like, eventually. Because they, like, there's money to be made, you know what I mean? Like sure, if they do another 3 Kingdoms, then they'll probably, so I'll fast forward so I can get some more Winds of Magic. Oh, actually I don't really need to, do I? I can just bum rush them and kill them. They're not very strong army. Yeah, I think so. This thing with Medieval 3, like I mean, with Warhammer 40k Total War, if that's the game that they're going to make, like I feel like they've shown they can do a really good Warhammer game, and I think like pretty much everything that they've done for fantasy will translate over to 40k. Like the only thing that they really need to do is make it like a star map with the planets being provinces, and have like, you know, so each planet would be a province, and then on the planets there'd be like 3 or 4 different locations, like a starport, the mines, the Promethean mines, the Hive City, or whatever. And you know, you can fight over those 3 or 4 different places or whatever. You know, they just have to do that. They have to, like, yeah, do a new map style that has like planets and locations of interest on the planet instead of provinces and regions. And they have to do a new kind of AI system for like units like taking cover and shit, sort of like Relic used for so like Relic had for Company of Heroes, and that they used for Dawn of War 1 and 2. You know, if they could do those 2 things, and then just pretty much just same shit that they did with Warhammer, just have like different faction leaders, different units and stuff like that. Like that would be fine, you know. But they probably won't. They probably would do like extra stuff on top of that that would make it even cooler, I reckon. I've got a pretty high degree of confidence that, man, look, check out that damage that they took from the their belches. Pretty crazy.
Her father's child marching on festering foot.
But yeah, but Medieval 3, like, I feel like the way that Total War's develops now, like, I feel that Medieval 3 would be based on 3 Kingdoms. Because 3 Kingdoms is like their current, you know, like, best effort at a historical title, you know, and like, I don't know, it's 3 Kingdoms is not the type of historical that I want, you know.
Bring Nurgle's rot. Despair. Decay. Decompose.
What if this will do any damage to these guys? It's not too bad actually. Wasn't like the best, but check these bad boys out. They've got Chaos Spawn mixed with Ogres. Don't know how I feel about that.
Burst. was weak. Plaguefather's chosen. Plague sword ready. Great decay. Decompose.
Where's the Lord gone? Did he die? I won 40k too. Never played any of the old games. Yeah, I know like a lot of people like criticize Warhammer fantasy battles, Warhammer fantasy 40k. A lot of people criticize Total War Warhammer series because it's not you know, historically accurate. Like it's not like accurate like some of the old historical games were. But like, you know, I feel like that's really weird because it's like, you know, obviously the Warhammer background is like this really crazy over the top type of thing, you know, it's meant to be like that. It would be really weird if they made it really historical, you know, really, you know, like realistic, basically. Yeah, like a lot of people complain about the lack of realism in Warhammer. Like I do want some realism to a degree, but you know, it is meant to be kind of over the top in a lot of ways and stuff. And I think that, you know, if they just do that same thing with 40k, it'll work fine. But like, I don't know, like I don't remember the last time CA made a good historical game, you know what I mean? Like, no, that's hyperbolic. I don't mean that. Like, I like Rome too, and I like the Tiller, but yeah, I don't think Cathay, like not Cathay, Three Kingdoms is yeah, I don't know. Like I don't really want Medieval 3 to be the next historical one after Three Kingdoms. Like if that's what they're building on, you know, like yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I guess the long story short is I would love Medieval 3, but I want them to like wait until they're ready to do it right. You know, I don't want them to like just do it now to like cash in and it not be the right time, or they're not ready, or they don't have the resources or whatever, you know, or they're just not in the right design headspace, you know. But anyway, I feel like I'm getting pretty philosophical. The whole thing's been pretty philosophical today. So yeah, maybe I should wrap it up and have a bit of a short stream. Might do another little stream later on today of something else, but I don't know, maybe not. I'll see how I feel. Might be a surprise Warhammer 2 stream, or a surprise Dawn of War 2 stream or something. All right, well, cool, and I'll check out all of the suggestions that you guys made for Tzeentch campaigns. Thanks so much for all the suggestions and ideas, and and the ones that people mentioned in the chat here while we were playing today. I'll check all those out, and we'll get some Tzeentch campaign happening. Yeah, no worries, Jesus. Thanks for coming. Yeah, hey, see you, Nolan. Yeah, thanks everyone for coming and taking part in the stream. Really appreciate you guys all turning up and hanging out with me. It was a good time. We Nurgled lots of stuff. All right. Yeah. At this point, I don't even know if there's any point like bothering to check. There's like never anyone streaming. So, oh, Tyran's streaming. There we go. Let's play some Death Guard Dawn of War 2 Elite mod. Crazy. All right. It's not Total War, but I don't know. I like Turin. He's cool. So I'll just host him anyway. I might, yeah. Turin's playing. It's really weird actually. I just got a massive thing of nostalgia for Dawn of War 2 multiplayer co-op, and me and Andrew Jones have played some of it. Yeah, I don't know if you're still around, Andrew Jones, but if you're up for some Dawn of War, I might be up for some Dawn of War today if you want to play. But yeah, and then it seemed like around the same time, like Turin and some other people like just got into Dawn of War 2 multiplayer, because obviously Turin's a multiplayer guy. I'm a single player guy. So yeah, so we've been playing single player Dawn of War 2 and Turin's playing multiplayer. So anyway, if you check it out, I actually played a fair bit of multiplayer. Not a fair bit. I played a bit of multiplayer Dawn of War 2 as well back in the day, and it's one of the few multiplayer games that I really enjoyed. So yeah, it's good stuff. Anyway, check that out. Turin's always good value, and I will see some of you later on today or tomorrow. All right, catch you guys. Have a good one.